Mae cyngrair mwyaf cyffroes Cymru yn ôl. Casnewydd y tîm cartref sy'n gwisgo coron pencampwriaeth Super Rygbi Cymru yn herio'r porthmyn a gipiodd teitl y gwpan nôl mis Mawrth. Gwnewch eich hunain yn gyfforddus am dymor arall arbennig. Y gic bwt yn casglu, yn tirio. Johan Hughes yn rhoi yr ymwelwyr nôl yn y gêm. Mos yn nerthol unwaith eto. Cais i Llanymddyfri. 27 pwynt i Llanymddyfri. 20 i Gasnewydd. Llanymddyfri sy'n cael y dechrau delfrydol i Super Rygbi Cymru.
Ond heno, ein tro ni, o dan llif oleadau y brifddinas, Gaerdydd a Nefyn, Cwins, Caerfyrddin, Super Rygbi Cymru, yn fyw ar S4C.
Helo a chroeso i Barc yr Arfau ar gyfer ail rownd Super Rygbi Cymru. Caerdydd sydd ar frig y tabl heno gyda Caerfyrddin yn edrych i fwrw nôl ar ôl colli i ben y bont wythnos diwetha. Felly Caerdydd nôl lle orffennon nhw'r tymor arferol llynedd ar frig y tabl. Mae Glynebwy yn gyfartal ar pwyntiau a'r porthmyn yn drydydd. Ond dyna mond y cyntaf o 19 gêm, felly mi all am i fydd digon yn newid dros yr wythnosau a'r misoedd nesaf. Croeso i Barc yr Arfau yn y brifddinas. Mae cwr Barc yr Arfau yn ymuno ni heno am ffordd fi ddechrau'r noson. Mae'n teimlo fel achlysur a am ffordd fi edrych mlaen at ben wythnos o rygbi yn y gystadleuaeth. A hefyd yn ymuno fi, mae hyfforddwr Academi Caerdydd a chyn blaen ysgellod Cymru Josh Turnbull a hyfforddwr sgiliau'r gweilch. Felly, dau dyn sy'n gwybod beth maen nhw'n siarad am. Dau dyn sy'n hoffi canu. Ti'n taro fi fel rhywun sy'n a can yn dyfol, Gareth?
Sy'n ots da fi, so ddim am nawr.
Gewn ni falle ffind o mas yn hwyrach. Ond, newn ni droi'n sylw at y gêm, achos dyma'r tro cyntaf ni'n cael dy gwmni di ar y rhaglen. Yn amlwg, ti eisoes wedi hyfforddi tîm dan 20 Cymru, felly ti'n gyfarwydd a datblygu chwaraewyr. Faint ti'n edrych mlaen at y gystadleuaeth mae heno?
Mae'n gret, diolch am y croeso. Mae'n gret i fod nôl mas a watcho gêm y rygbi to a pwy mae cystadleuol yw'r gyngred yma a cyfle i weld chwaraewyr sydd yn datblygu. Mae'n elfen bwysig iawn yn y gêm i ni y gyngred yma. A un sy'n gyfarwydd ar chwaraewyr na, Josh, fel wedys ti'n gweithio dy boes yr Academi yn wythnosol. Ydy'r tîm cysal a be o'n nhw llynedd?
Falle bydd yn bach yn gwell. Tymor yma, mae bach mwy o chwaraewyr dod trwyddo tymor yma. Lloyd Lucas, Rhys Cwins, ddau sydd wedi cael profiad yn barod yn marfer gyda tîm Rhanbarthol yn barod.
A ni yn gweld nhw yn neud y cam yna lan i'r lefel Rhanbarthol a draws y tymor. O ran Caerfyrddin, maen nhw'n dod yma ar ôl colled munud ola wythnos diwetha. Pa mor awyddus fydda nhw, Gareth, i fwrw nôl? Fydda
nhw motivated iawn. Mae wastad yn siom yn colli yn hwyr yn gêm. Ond mae'n gret bod nhw mewn gemau mor agos. Bydd nhw'n benderfynol iawn o roi pethau bach yn iawn a gobeithio ar ochr arall y canlyniad. A
Chaerdydd yr un mor benderfynol, Josh, i barhau ar momentum o'r perfformiad a'r canlyniad yn erbyn Rygbi Gogledd Cymru wythnos diwetha?
Mae Dan Fish a Craig Efer wedi gweithio'n galed yn barod dydd Mawrth. O'n nhw'n bles iawn gyda perfformiad lan yna, bach o gwaith i wneud gyda amddiffyn yn barod, ond bydden nhw'n eisiau dod mas heno a wneud yr un peth eto. Ti wedi sôn am y prif hyfforddwr Dan Fish. Newn ni gymryd cipolwg nawr ar y tîm. Mae Dan a'r tîm hyfforddi wedi dewis. Mae chwaraewr dan 20 Cymru Ieuan Davies yn dechrau fel mewnwr i Gaerdydd heno. Trwy fod ar fenthyg o Gaerfaddon, felly mi fydd e'n ceisio cadw'r chwaraewyr ar y droed flaen yn ystod y gêm. Cyn chwaraewr rhengflan y dreigiau Ben Fry yn dychwelyd nôl i rygbi ar ôl cymryd blwyddyn allan i weithio, felly mi fydd e yn ceisio creu argraff yn y rheng ôl. Ac ar ôl llofnodi o dîm saith bob ochr Prydain Fawr, bydd cyn chwaraewr y gweilch Tom Williams yn dechrau yn y canol i Gaerdydd. Felly cyn i ni drafod ymhellach fan hyn, gynharach, mi gafodd Owain cwmni'r tîm cartref.
Dan Fish, a really positive start to the season last week, 2 winning bonus points. I'm sure you couldn't have asked for much more.
I know, like you said, it's great to come away with the 2 bonus points first game of the season. The pleasing thing, we played till the very last minute, obviously, to get the penalty at the end to get that extra point. But, there's plenty for us to work on as well.
Yeah, first home game of the season now. What have you taken from last week, maybe to improve on, to make sure you kick on and go even further towards the end of the season?
You know, we got a lot of young players playing, you know, so it's about their development weekly, and you know, if they can take in the little bits of information now we've dived into this week, obviously a short turnaround. We had a one training day, so we haven't overloaded things, we haven't changed a lot of stuff from last week. We just want to be that, you know, 10-15% better than we were last week.
Yeah. Cheers Dan, good luck today. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you. Sôn am un o'r boys ifanc sy'n chwarae Lloyd Lucas fan hyn. 19 oed ydi o, yn chwarae maswr. Sut wyt ti, Lloyd? Gai dynnu chdi draw ati fi. Sut mae Iwan? Dechrau y gêm gyntaf tymor fel maswr. Ta edrych ymlaen eto, diw?
Yeah, of course. Fi'n edrych ymlaen. Mae'n dim yn glawio, so mae'n dda fel maswr i taflu y pil rownd.
Ie, ti di arfer chwarae o Glan Taf, mae dwi'n siŵr fod. Sut gêm ydych chi'n chwarae heddiw ma ta? Mae Caerdydd adnabyddus chwarae gêm agorad, neu redeg. A dyna di'r steil, neu ti'n mynd i gymryd gêm gicio Dan Fish o fyna?
Well, of course, taflu y bil rownd. Gweld ond controlled taflu y bil rownd. Os yw angen cicio bil, dwi'n angen ond taflu y bil rownd.
Lloyd, pob lwc heddiw ma a joio'r gêm.
Diolch.
Diolch yn fawr. Nice one.
Ie, pigo glaw yw hi ar y funud, fe ddim o'r wael â ni, ond Lloyd Lucas nath ei ymddangosiad cyntaf i Gaerdydd llynedd. Sut mae fe wedi datblygu a tyfu mewn i'r rôl?
Jyst y cyfarwyddo, really, gyda'r lefel yma. Mae wedi cael profiad yn y gorffennol, ond mae doniau ymosod da iawn gyda fe, ond mae hwnna'n dod o'i doniau trefnu. Cyfnod byr o gweithio da fe, oedd hi cyfathrebu fe'n ffantastig.
A cysadleuaeth da nawr yn y Crys 30, Josh.
Ie, fe, Harry Wild, mae cwpl o boes yn dod trwyddo fyd, Ben Cwmer, tanddo nhw yn y tîm dan deunaw fyd. So, mae lot o profiad o boes ifanc sy'n dod trwyddo yn y Crys 10 na.
Ie, 11 o chwaraewyr yr Academy yn cael ei dosbarthu i glwb Caerdydd. Dylse hynny fod yn fantes i Dan Fish eleni. Evan Rees yn un arall ymysg y blaenwyr.
Ie, daeth yn nôl i Caerdydd cwpl o blynedd yn ôl, oedd e bach yn... Oedd e'n dda blwyddyn diwetha, ond mae wedi tyfu mewn i'r gêm nawr. Mae wedi bod yn marfer gyda'r Rhanbarth fyd. Mae 15 cari dros y gêm wythnos diwetha, a mae defnyddio trad yn dda, mae dadlwyth o'r bil mas o tackle, mae gallu curo pobl, bydd eisiau gwneud yr un peth eto heno.
Dyna beth sy'n angen ar y clwb ac ar y gêm yng Nghymru, carwyr da, Gareth.
Ydy, mae'n rhoi sylfaen da i chi wedi ni ymosod yn effeithiol.
Ie, reit wrth i'n edrych ar steil Caerdydd, pa mor debyg yw i steil y gêm ranbarthol a pa mor bwysig yw Gareth bod ni'n gweld y cydlyniad rhwng y dau dîm?
Ydy, mae'n bwysig a mae'n amlwg iawn, maen nhw'n byw ar y lineman na gyda'r tîm ranbarthol. Maen nhw'n ware yn agwedd i prif hyfforddwr Dan Fish, ond hefyd ware yn agwedd prif hyfforddwr y ranbarth, a mae'n amlwg iawn yn ei ware a siwt mae'r boes yn datblygu trwy'r system.
Faint o amser mae Dan Fish a Matt Sherrod yn trafod y steil yma yn treulio gyda'i gilydd?
Ie, mae'n dechrau yn Academy fyd. Dyna beth mae'n eisiau gwneud gyda tîm dan deunaw. Mae'n gwneud yn y gemau yn barod, a ti'n gweld yn dod trwyddo nawr gyda tîmau Caerdydd a Rhanbarth. Maen nhw eisiau dadlwyth o'r bil, symud e mas o tackle, a mae'n creu problemau am ddiffyn tîm o eraill.
Ie, mor beryglus gyda'i bil yn ei dwylo. Tybed pas steil welon ni o Cwins Caerfyrddin heno, ond oedd Matt Sherrod mae'n cadw llygad ar y boes yn gynharach heno. Mae'n edrych yn ddyn prysur iawn ar y funud yn dywe. Ond awn ni nawr i fanylu ar dîm yr ymwelwyr, tîm Cwins Caerfyrddin. Mae Cynnisgellwr Cymru Steph Evans yn chwarae fel cefnwr i'r Cwins heno ar ôl 11 mlynedd gyda'r Scarlets. Mae'r chwaraewr rhyngwladol sydd wedi ennill 12 cap yn gwybod ei ffordd i'r llinell gais, felly bydd e'n croesi'r gwyngalch heno tybed. Cyrraeddodd capten newydd Cwins Caerfyrddin Sean Evans y clwb yn yr haf ar ôl gyrfa broffesiynol 9 mlynedd gyda'r Scarlets a Nottingham. Mae e'n symud nôl i'w safle cyfarwydd o flaen y sgellwr heno ar ôl cyfnod fel bachwr gyda'r Scarlets. Ac un chwaraewr ifanc gyda pawb bod yn cadw llygad arno yw'r ysgellwr Thomas Williams. Llynodd fe helpodd ei goleg Llanymddyfri i ennill pencampwriaeth ysgolion a cholegau Cymru. A nawr mae Owain wedi cael cwmni gwyneb cyfarwydd iawn.
Ie, dwi'n fawr y ddau, Steffan Thomas, y cyfarwyddwr rygbi. Steph, it was a tough start to the season last week, a narrow defeat at Bridgend in the last minute. You know, how tough was that to take, and how much you've spoken about it to spur you on this week?
It was very difficult to take. You know, we were 24-21 up, winning all the stats on the board, except for the final score at the end of the day. 3 minutes to go, you know, as I say, 24-21, it left a real bitter taste in the mouth, and the boys are really, really disappointed. So going to use that this week to try and fuel us up, and you know, we're up here tonight determined to put amends to that.
Yeah, Cardiff, a quality team, full of confidence. Finished top of the table in the regular season last season. Also a good start against RGC, winning with 2 bonus points. What's the game plan to stop them?
We haven't looked too much at Cardiff, to be honest. There was early doors in the season. There's not a lot of footage, so we're focusing on ourselves. We've got to build on what we did last week and look to improve on a few areas. But look, we were relatively happy with our performance last week. You know, a little bit few tweaks there coming into it today. If we can be at our best, then we can give Cardiff a run for their money. If we don't turn up tonight, or we fall short in some areas, then it could be a long night. So hopefully it'll be the first and foremost, and we give them a good run for their money.
Cheers, Steph. Good luck tonight. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Steph Evans, sut wyt ti? Dwi'n siŵr ti wedi cael sawl atgof melys iawn y chwarae hyn mewn Chris Ysgarles, dwi'n siŵr, do?
Ni wedi cael good memories ma, ni wedi ennill cwpl o gemau, ond good memories ond ar Cwins, bod tasg newydd.
Sut mae gwisgo Chris y Cwins rwan a dod yma i chwarae, ac ella chwarae ro bach o wahanol fel rhywun o brofiad mewn tîm efo ambell bois ifanc o gwmpas ti?
Fi'n enjoyo fe, mae'n profiad wahanol i fi dod mewn, o'n i ddim yn nabod lot o bois, ond fi wedi cael ei mixo mewn a just beth profiad fi allu dod i'r tîm.
Steph nhw dweud, os cherch gorau, ydych chi'n gallu ennill, ond beth chi angen neud i ennill?
Fi'n credu just stick to the game plan, wythnos diwetha ar y diwedd oedd went off a bit of script a cost us in the end, ond fi'n credu just i ni canolbwyntio ar ei hunan.
Gwych, diolch Steph, pob lwc heddiw.
Diolch yn fawr.
Stick to the game plan. Mae'n swnio'n ddigon hawdd pan chi'n gweud cyn y gêm yn diwe. Ond ewn ni nawr i sôn am darbenigedd di y rhengol. Lewis Millen, gweithio'r golled wythnos diwetha, mi nath sefyll allan.
Pob blwyddyn mae'n chwarae, mae top o stats, cario, taclo, dros y bil, mae'n dwy'n y bil yn lot fyd. So, un o chwaraewyr y gorau, Cwins, maen nhw'n defnyddio fe'n effeithiol, cario bil mas o llinell. So, just gweld yn mynd yn dda hyn o fyd.
Ond falle bod yn cario'n gryf, dwi ddim yn cymryd unrhyw beth i ffwrdd o elfennau eraill ei gêm. Ewn ni nawr i drafod y bachwr, Lewis arall, Lewis Morgan, dyn ti'n nabod yn dda o dy gyfnod yn hyfforddi'r Scarlets?
Mae Lewis yn esiampl dda o y gyngred yma, really. Perfformiodd e'n dda llynedd yn gynnar yn y tymor a cael cyfle wedyn lan fan hyn gyda Gaerdydd yn y URC yn paratoi am y gemau na. A mae'n cario na ymlaen, mae fe'n dynamic, mae fe'n effeithiol gyda'i set piece ac yn disgu yna trwy'r amser, ond mae'n her mowr i Gaerdydd.
Cwr Parc yr Arfau, tan gwell, fe nesaf nos iau, ond o ran safleoedd gosod set piece fel wedys i, pan ti'n meddwl am Cwins Caerfyrddin, wyt ti'n meddwl am safleoedd gosod cryf? Oedden nhw wedi symud falle oedden hynny wedi bod yn gwendid iddyn nhw yn ddiweddar?
Maen nhw eisiau dadlaeth o bel mwy, ond eisiau gwneud na, mae'n rhaid i cael platform a os ti ddim yn cael hwnna, ti ffili chwarae. A dyna rhywbeth sydd wedi bod yn gryf i Cwins Caerfyrddin am spel nawr, ond wythnos diwethaf yn bach yn damboesau, a bydden nhw eisiau dod mas a hynna a wneud bach o gwahaniaeth hyn o gyda hwnna.
Reit, mae'r gic gynta yn prysur agosau. Dyma ni, Cwins Caerfyrddin yn collin y funud ola ar Gaer Bragdy. Ond mae'n amser nawr i droi'n sylw at rown 2. Gareth Williams sy'n cael cwmni Owain Gwynedd yn y Gymraeg, tra bod Josh Turnbull ar ei ffordd i ymuno a Rhys ap William yn y Saesneg heno.
Yeah, it's the second live game of the Super Rygbi Cymru season, second round of matches, second year of the competition, top of the pathway before regional level. It's Cardiff against the Quins of Carmarthen this evening at the Arms Park. Quins white shirts and their usual colours, red and yellow. Tough loss to take in round 1, very late on against Bridgend. Gave you a penalty, so Bridgend could go to the corner. And Bridgend threw everyone in. Yendel broke the Quins' hearts with a late score. He finished 27-24. It's Thursday night under lights again, everybody, in the rugby season. Relatively dry at the Arms Park. Not that it matters that much. In the 4G pitch. The Blue and Blacks of Cardiff, led by Jason Harris. They're very experienced these days, working for Cardiff as well. Played for the Quins, London Irish, Edinburgh, Sevens as well, of course. Just 3 changes for Cardiff since the opening weekend win at RGC. Joe Cowell at loose head. Ex-Glamorgan wanderer Griff John Morris starts at hooker. Another change at outside half. One young pivot in for another. Lloyd Lucas wears 10 as Harry Wild ices a hamstring. Mix of experience and youth for the Capital Club. Great to see live wire Ben Fry back on a rugby field. And there's 5 changes for the Quins since their loss at the Brewery Field in round 1. They start their campaign 2 rounds on the road, and they don't want a repeat of their 50-0 loss at the Arms Park last October. 2 young Scarlets start at loose head and scrum half. Rodri Lewis has a habit of scoring crackers in our live games. And talking of try scorers, we've seen him already. Steph Evans started at full-back for the Quins. First time he's done so since his release from the Scarlets. Man in charge, Ben Breakspear, one of the bright young things in the refereeing world.
Happy lads.
Abercynon boy.
Time on.
And we get underway in the second round of matches in Super Rygbi Cymru. It's the Quins of Carmarthen against Cardiff RFC. Josh Turnbull made his way up alongside me. Josh, what are you expecting to see tonight? You know, you work in the pathway system in Cardiff. Great win up at RGC last weekend, but it is tough in terms of training, preparation, short turnaround. Not a lot of time to get people together on a rugby field.
No, and I think Danfish wouldn't have looked to change too much this week. Just concentrate on themselves. And look, they're going to want to play, move the ball about. Is how they get that possession and when they get that possession. And now they turn it on then.
Well, you're the perfect co-coms for this evening because you know the Quins well as well. Their line out could be a big thing this evening. They look to carry that one. Hooker on hooker.
Tackle! You're pinning him there, lads.
Slight messy at the breakdown there. Griff John Morris at the bottom of the pile. Sounding each other out early on. Always good to get the first hit in. Get the ascendancy. Because rugby is a contact sport. Physical and physicality massive. Croc roll there. Early call. Ball was there for the Quins. But I think it was Sam O'Connor penalised there. One of the many academy players on show for both teams this evening.
Bit of old head with Tom Phil's is chucking his shoulder right in there as well. But
yeah, he tucked his arm in, cleared him out, but I don't think the penalty was for that.
I think Craggs will be pleased with that first defensive set. Craig Everett, you know, they conceded five last week. It's something he probably would have put a bit of emphasis on Tuesday night. So, you know, how quickly can they get that ball back?
Griff John Morris, Wanderers last year. Slightly in towards the centre of the city with Cardiff RFC this Super Rygbi Cymru season. Rodri Lewis saw him score a cracker for Aberavon when it was the Indigo Prem, and he's now with the Scarlets, left the Ospreys and plying his trade. He's the academy product with the Quins of Carmarthen.
Ripped in the air,
Rodri Davis started last week, but Lewis gets the nod this week. And the Quins have turned it over. Lucas de la Rua. Super work. I'll let you talk about this one, Josh.
Just the instinctiveness of a 7, isn't it? Across the ball early. Comes away with a nice jackal.
Lucas de la Rua, I've seen him come right through the pathways. A Llandaff RFC boy, I think, but then came through Cardiff and Vale College. A real standout player, and you've seen him in the URC and in Europe as well.
Yeah, and he's getting those opportunities to play week in, week out, which is what you want as a youngster. You know, and
keep the gap, Quins, don't step
keep
across.
Going the direction he's going. Hopefully he'll have a
set your front man, set the front man, stay to him, please. Thank you.
Cardiff line out. What breeze there is behind the Quins, I'd say. Looking at that assistant referee's flag. Clean ball at the front. Onto the ball comes Evan Rees. We spoke about him pre-match. Can be a wrecking ball, and also can distribute, as can that man Lloyd Lucas. Rees come in, cross, and he knows the way to the try line. What a start for Cardiff, first real attack, and they're in the corner. Dewi Cross scored 58 in 62 for Cardiff. We'll make that 59 in 63.
I just like that little bit of work off from Ev Rees on the second phase. Look here, plays out the back, long pass by Lloyd. It's really narrowed up the defence, the Quins defence. It's great work by Rees Cummins to put Dewi Cross away for another one.
Yeah, perfect timing of that last pass by Cummings, another academy product. Dewi Cross, you think he's been around for years and years, but he's still only 25 unless he's lying.
Fair play to him, he's been going well the last couple of seasons.
Lucas from the touchline, an absolute gem. Well, that's into the little breeze as well. So 7-0, Cardiff lead the Quins. And just perfect play, no breaking of the line as well, because the passes were all in front, Josh, weren't they? You know, gives your winger a chance.
Yeah, definitely, and I think just, you know, Cardiff is part of their identity. There's a lot of moving parts, running lines from players off the ball, which allows you then to give you multiple options. And when you can move the ball as well, and you've got players who can do it, you create all sorts of problems for opposition teams.
Yeah, I was talking to Iestyn Williams, team manager, and Griff Rees and Dan Fish, saying how difficult it's been to get cohesiveness in the team. One training session, not too many boys. Oh, they look slick as ever there. Don't know what they're complaining about.
7, obstruction, no.
Yeah, train Tuesday, and then there's a number of these boys then had to double up yesterday.
Number 7, obstruction.
And train with the senior team as well. And that's ultimately where we are at the minute, but it's excellent in terms of experience for those boys who are doubling up. Someone like Evan Rees now training with the senior team. That's going to be invaluable, spending time with people like Lupe Falatau.
You can learn from the best. Back in the backfield, that was touched, I think. No offside. And kick from Ellis Price, charged down. 2 under-20s. Pivots really going head to head. Ellis Price was involved. And he sometimes plays 12, sometimes plays 15. Lloyd Lucas was in there. Harry Wild has pulled a hamstring against Rugby Gogledd Cymru, and he'll be out for a couple of weeks, I would imagine, Josh.
Yeah, it's a real shame because you ultimately want competition for places. You want him and Lloyd pushing each other.
But you have got someone like Lloyd Lucas, who's come through the pathway at Glantar, through the schools and colleges set up to step into Harry Wild's shoes. You know, it's a perfect replacement, really.
Yeah, definitely, and ultimately, this is what the league is for. You want these young players to be getting exposure in men's rugby.
Quins looking for some go forward. That's what they need. Everything behind the gain line at the moment. Jack Howells. Sean Evans again. Back row were really influential against Bridgend. Millen, 17 carries. Sean Evans, 17 carries. But again, Cardiff have turned it over. And Dewi Cross looking as sharp as ever.
I thought that was a poor decision by Rod. Just need to keep the ball. You know, you're in the opposition 40.
Tackle slipping up from Lewis Millen.
Ball available.
The ball is still there for Cardiff. I haven't mentioned Yayan Davis. He was excellent against RGC. He's a Swansea boy at Bath University, doing his degree online, I've been told, this year. Because while he's training full-time with Cardiff, he's signed with Bath, but he's on loan to Cardiff. That's great, isn't it? Well, I don't know. You can't go out for a jolly with the boys then if you're doing your course online. But he's some player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he was in the 20s a couple of years ago. Very exciting prospect coming through, and I think ultimately it's about him coming down here and getting game time. That's a very good kick as well.
Take a line, Cardiff, please. Take a 5.
Squeaky bum time, I'd say, for Ellis Price, I think. Have I given too much on this one? Have I given too much? But waited perfectly. Good positioning by the AR as well to make sure that he was there right on the corner. Well, this is a genuine chance now for the Quins. Saw them drive a few against Bridgend. Sean Evans, the shortest man in the pack, up at the front like a salmon. And here comes the drive. Lewis Morgan, prolific try scorer. 16 tries the last Super Rygbi Cymru. And he's looking for another one.
Okay, one out now. Lost your shoulder. Out one.
He turns a little bit isolated.
Short away, Cardiff.
He's short now. Cardiff have to move and get the ball away. Sam O'Connor picks. Composure now needed by Carmarthen Quins.
Not the ball.
Still pressure on Cardiff. They got to keep their discipline.
Up one, hands up.
Now Sean Evans again, captaining the Quins this evening, looking for a way through.
Use it.
Talk about an attack when you haven't got a lot of time together. It's the same case with defence. Quins, for me, are taking a little bit too much time to reset before going and giving Cardiff a chance to reset as well. Ball still in there. Cardiff wanted to be out. Short again.
Use. Short.
Short again. That's what I'm hearing from Ben Breakspear. And the Quins and Rodri Lewis looking to go wide. Not sure why. Steph Evans. Oh, that's gone forward. The ball to David Waters. Did they need to go wide there, Josh? Bit of composure. They'd have got over, surely.
Yeah, I just think in that area, you're a metre from the try line. How often does the defence give a penalty away for a hand on the floor? Just keep the pressure on. You know, Cardiff will take some energy from that, coming away from there without conceding the try, basically.
Yeah, perfect. We just both go up and under pressure and the ball's
Yeah, good tackle by Joe Goodchild as well on Steph Evans. It always intrigues me. Why don't you start a maul? You can start your own maul. If you stand off and turn, you could get a drive on from a metre out. Sure, I know it's a risk of being held up these days, but why not start a little maul?
You've been taking Razzie Rasmus's playbook of it.
I'll do a line out. 5 out from open play.
No, you could.
Set.
That is the risk, though, with the new laws that have been in for a couple of seasons now being held up over the try line. It's a goal line restart then as Jason Harris clears the lines for Cardiff. Good exit here. Excellent. Well worked as Yayan Davis finds the safety of the far touchline. Maybe not quite as much on it as he'd like, but a pretty good exit. And Cardiff, like Josh Turnbull said alongside me, be relatively happy with that defensive set as well.
Yeah, nice clean exit as well. Obviously, they're only just outside the 22, but ultimately it's taking the pressure off them now. They can regroup, go from and defend from a start to play, which is a lot easier than a phase play.
Quins line out. Oh, pinched. Evan Rees got his hand to it, and it has gone forward. It'll be a Quins scrum.
Okay, line of 10, lads. Just a knock on with a 9 at the back.
How much focus do you put on the scrum these days in the modern game, Josh? You know, do you still work on getting up on the tight head or getting up on the loose head to create a better platform to attack from? Or
don't ask me. I just told push. I was second row or back row. Just told to push.
Push. Okay.
No, I think ultimately you want a nice fair contest. And what I hear these days is just stay nice and square and try and go through the middle of a scrum. Just needs plenty of weight from the back 5 of the scrum then.
Yeah. 8 involved in scrummaging, not just 3.
I'm sure there's the dark arts that the props will talk about
well,
in their own time. But
you can't bore a crossing, you can't put pressure on a hooker. All of that has disappeared from the game, of course. What have we got coming up here on S4C? I think we're going to see some trails. No injury. I just heard Ben Breakspear say it's a lung break. Get some air in, don't get some water. Lee Taylor, Tom Phillips in the boiler house for the Quins. Tom Phillips, nasty knee injury, Tom, didn't he, I think? And he was with the Scarlets at the time. But he's developing into a player coach now as well, isn't he? Something that you did for a while, but he's there at the Quins and in the pathway at the Scarlets.
Yeah, and so, you know, it's good having people like Tom in and around those environments. You know, he's got a link with the Scarlets Academy, so he can help nurture those young boys coming through when they do step up to play for the Quins. You know, he's there and he's got a relationship with them already. You know, he is doing a good job down in that Scarlets Academy. They've produced a number of players in the last couple of seasons. Fair play to him, his legs are still going.
It's a reset to the scrum. Joe Cowell finished with a Met. A lot of players come through that pathway as well. Cardiff Uni, Swansea Uni, Cardiff Met in the Bucks League. I went over to watch Hartbury Freshers play against the Cardiff Met last night in the pouring rain and wind. Met took that one 27-17, but lots of talent, lots of Welsh talent on show. Lovely break, lovely offload as well. Lewis Milling with a carry. A chance for the Quins again into the Cardiff 22. Ben Williams offload. Price in the shadow of the Cardiff sticks. Rodri Lewis. Good line speed by the Cardiff defence once again, putting pressure on the ball carrier. Not that Sean Evans was looking to pass there. Only one way he was going. In the back row, captaining the Quins. Seen many times in scarlet colours in the hooker position as well. There's Lewis Morgan this evening for the Quins.
I just think the Quins could probably move the ball a little bit. The last 3-4 carries have all been one up. There's no deception, so it's quite easy for the defence just to double them up now. That's the fifth phase now where they haven't moved the ball at all.
Little tip on.
A little tip on, a little play out the back.
Initially legal and a second bite of the ball.
Decision for the Quins now. It's a fairly straightforward three-pointer. And they've had Cardiff under some serious pressure. And they're going to settle for a 3. I think they are. Right decision, Josh?
I could just see Tom Phillips walking straight past him and pointing straight to the post. His probably lungs need a breather now, but yeah, you can't spend this much time in an opposition 22 and not come away with something. Something I learned as a player. You know, ultimately you get in that area, you want to come away with something.
On the 5 is fine, yeah.
Yeah, that first receiver, you said about 5-6 phases without even looking for another little short ball or like the one out the back door, you said. So it's easy for the Cardiff defence.
Yeah, it is, and you know, ultimately that can take its toll later on in the game because of the physical nature of it. But it may also, maybe Quins' plan is to go one up early doors, and then later on in the game, at least when Cardiff least expect it, they'll move that ball then.
Well, they took the 3 points, and Ellis Price converted it. So Cardiff now lead 7 points to 3 against the Quins. 16.5 minutes on the clock at the Arms Park. Quins have had a lot of the ball. But what you do with it is the question. Lewis Milling. What you want from your 8. Collecting kicks, restarts, giving you a good platform. Oh, that's gone forward.
Advantage knock on.
Just from Ben Williams there. And Cardiff have it. We saw how lethal they were with ball in hand. Will Davis-King. Some full-time Cardiff professionals having game time in Super Rugby Cymru, and that, Josh, is what this competition is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, you're seeing Joe Cowell and Will Davis-King obviously stepping down tonight. Evan Rees, who's been training with the senior squad, and Lucas De La Rua. All these players have, you know, trained with the senior squad throughout the summer. Tom Cottle's another one who's come back from the 20s World Cup opportunity to play. You know, so it's on a Thursday night, but you know, ultimately you want to get minutes under your belt. You know, form comes from playing.
Yeah, That is 100% true. Form does come from playing. And if we go from 4 to 3 or 2, you know, then you'll get less opportunities, or will you get more opportunities playing in Super Rygbi Cymru? That's another discussion altogether. And this is a Cardiff scrum turning to shut the Quins back line out, back row out of there, but it's gone forward, I think. Hacked forward by Waters. Goodchild has to go back. Cummins on his inside.
Kick chase.
Oh, you were there. You got to make the tackle because this man is dangerous. Cross, offloads. Harris, all down. Onside, I think, as Ieuan Davies was scragged. And it's Cardiff on the front foot again. On the offside line, not offside. Harris, is he going to look for a big looping ball? Yes, he does. To Tom Williams, beats one, gets it to Cummins. Great feet from Cummins. Oh, little dink through. Almost worked, but Jack Howell just came across. But another example, Josh Turnbull, with ball in hand. Cardiff looked pretty lethal.
I thought right on that kick chase. They'd done it. They got there. They had poor tackle tech, and you know, you've gone from one end of the field to the other, and that's where Cardiff are dangerous, and they'll move that ball as quickly as they can, and just cause Quinn problems. And you know, a little bit of nifty footwork there, and then Rhys Cummins, his footwork as well.
Elected to kick it live. That was the main thing. Quins had no option. Now, where's the ball? That's the question. Now gets to the deck, and it's there for Ieuan Davies. Asking his forward corner. Look out, Ben Breakspear. Almost in the line of fire. Cardiff's time. Posed a couple of from the Quins line. What have they got to offer? John Morris driven back and across in that tackle. And looking to switch. And it's slowed down for Davies at the base. Switch and play again. That carry. Davies. Cardiff do look to go a little bit. Cardiff advantage for the Quins will come of it. Very so from
you know,
pretty positive. We're getting ball in, ball out. But as I said, if you want any reward, you have to have both touches to the mark. It's a good secondary show, but we're not going to get a reward if we try and turn the corner. It's just go through the mark. Just in the last one, just some information from AR, just try and stay square for you. And so when you're going to chase, just don't chase around, just chase square here. The ball comes around.
Yeah, prif y ffordd o'r Caerdydd Dan Fish sy gyda fi nawr. Busy getting your messages down to the touchline. Give us your assessment, Dan, of what you've seen so far in this first half.
Well, obviously, great to have the early score for us, and then you know, the boys defended the line really well then. So it's just about getting into their half now, just trying to keep that pressure on. Obviously, we've gone to the 22 there and just got tried to go wide a little bit too early and just ended up spilling the ball. So the message will be now just to be a bit more patient in that 22.
Yeah, and let's hope Ben Fry gets up and is okay from this injury. But you mentioned your defence. I think there were about 4 phases there. They could have taken something. They didn't really make a dent. Just as pleased with that as Derry Cross taking the first attack of the game.
You know, it's great, obviously, you know, we've challenged these boys, obviously, after conceding them points on the weekend, and, you know, it's great to see the desire for them boys to get off the line and, you know, to keep them out that close to the line for that amount of phases and to force Carmarthen Quins to go wide and then, obviously, getting away with that forward pass.
And in terms of the Quins, then, are they posing the sort of threat that you thought they would bring today?
You know, they're a physical team. You know, they got some real good players with a mix of good youngsters in there. So we know it's going to be a tough game. You know, and they're not going away. So when we get opportunities like that, we know we need to try and put them away ourselves.
And just finally, we were chatting to Josh Turnbull pre-match about the competition. You've got it in the 10 shirt this year. How do you feel Lloyd Lucas is going out there?
Well, obviously, it's great to see the young boys going out there. Obviously, you know, Lloyd's been controlling the game well for us. Obviously, you know, we haven't had much attack, so, you know, it'll be interesting to see how he goes now when we get more ball.
Dan, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Ben Fry, he's sat up, which is good news. Great to see him back on a rugby field after a year out. But what have we got coming up? Bridgend against Aberafon. That's the live game next Thursday night.
Is there someone coming on for 6 or what?
And the highlights as well. Tuesday night, 10 o'clock. That's available on S4C. Then on S4C Click and iPlayer as well, BBC iPlayer. And they're on YouTube as well. Super Rygbi Cymru highlights. Go to S4C's Chwaraeon channel there, the sports channel. Rallyo. Uchafbwyntiau Rally Ceredigion highlights. And that's next Monday at 9:30. Ben Fry's taking a bang just below the left eye, I think, there, hasn't he? Yeah. If you're having some breakup in pictures, we can apologise for that. There's a substitute coming on for Cardiff. Is Tyrion Bowen coming on?
Turn back on, lad.
On for Ben Fry.
Marks the 5, yeah.
Tyrion Bowen. Slotting into the back row or second row. Where did he go there?
It's good to see Ben Fry back in the jersey as well. Probably a little bit unlucky with everything that happened just post-COVID, and you know, I think he went to America for a little bit and then come back, took a break, but it's good to see him back on the pitch as well.
Yeah, hopefully no fracture there around the eye. Oh. Good pick, good tackle as well. Millen with a pick, Ian Davis with a tackle.
Number 9 just has to clear.
Oh, I'd argue that it was impossible to clear because he was almost entwined together. You've got to try and make an effort, but Lewis Millen, he's been a standout player constantly for the Quins. Can he not go any further? Is there not a chance for him to go anywhere in the regional setups?
I think, well, a couple of years ago, there was 2 players I would have said. It was him and Oshan Davis from Llandovery, the back rower. You know, both very good for their respective clubs. You know, get through a bucket full of work on a weekly basis. Both of them top of the stats. And you know, Lewis Millen's got that acceleration off the back of the scrum, which we just saw then. So gets away from that first defender straight away. And he's also not afraid to mix it defensively either.
Tackle, release!
Keep proving yourself in Super Rugby Cymru. Chances may appear. Rodri Lewis. Too much on that box kick. Or maybe you wanted it to be there to put some pressure. But this man is lethal on the counter. Kick to anyone but Dewi Cross.
And that's where I think it's important that you get your first up tackles. The kick chase wasn't bad then, but if you allow Dewi to take you on and him stamp his authority on what he wants to do, he's going to try and beat you every time.
It's the Quins' chance to try and counter, but Price elects to kick. Oh, good work by Lloyd Lucas to prevent the 50-22. And a good clearance as well. Steph Evans, first real bit of space we've seen him in. Beats the first man, second man. Offload to Waters. Oh, another offload. I think that's Tom Phillips. What's he doing there? That's Sean Evans. 5 metres out now of the Quins. Bit of a juggle. Crossfield kick. Oh! That's taken by Ben Williams. Plucked out in the air. What a try. A big risk, I think, by Rodri Lewis to do that crossfield kick with numbers on the outside. But the Quins are ahead thanks to the try from Ben Williams.
I just think you look at that and Steph Evans' eyes have lit up and he's had a crack. He's taken them on. He's beating that first defender. there's a tight head prop on the outside. Okay, they could have moved that ball again. Maybe they've been running earlier, but you know, the last thing you want to see is Tom Phil's cantering up the pitch.
There were 2 players out there, Josh, but some take by Ben Williams, Gilfach Goch product. He's in with the Scarlets as well on a full pro contract, but playing his trade at the Quins.
He's just the type of player who just, you know, when he came down to the Quins whilst I was there, he's the type of player who just gets on with his job, no fuss. You ask him to do something, he'll just crack on, and you know, fair play to him. He's probably been a little bit unlucky. He had a bad hamstring injury last year that missed, you know, the back end of the season, where he probably would have looked to get a couple of opportunities.
He's not that big of a guy, is he? You know, but he punches way above his weight, and he can also jump a bit. Bit of a risk. Oh, I'd like to see that one again. Right on the line, potentially. I thought it was just infield as we watched the Quins bench celebrate at the restart. This one from Lloyd Lucas. Let's have a look. We're lucky to see it again. Ooh, I think he's right. Right on the line, which is out.
And this is ultimately what Dan Fish doesn't want. You know, you're gifting. Quins have just scored. You're gifting them another opportunity now to have another attack.
Scrum in midfield, options either side, and you got someone like you mentioned, like Lewis Millen, and his pace off the base. You can really run straight at Lloyd Lucas in the 10 position. Always intrigued now to where the defensive 9 ends up, you know, because he can stay directly behind. He can't pass the channel. If we are playing those laws now in Super Rugby, I'll have to read my law book.
Quins making amends for last week in terms of the scrum. They were a little bit under pressure last week in their set piece, but this is perfect for the Quins. They'll kick the corner now, and they'll probably look to go to the driving maul next.
Well, Ellis Price kicked one right into the corner last time. Has he got this one into the 22? Breeze is behind, just into the 22. Another chance
Take the end of the dash, okay? The end of the dash.
for the Quins of Carmarthen.
30.
See the scrum again. Like Josh Turnbull
just
said,
pressure.
keeping
It's a good
it
pitch,
square,
good pitch.
putting pressure
Yeah.
on the Cardiff scrum. Sean Evans has been the target, 7 on his back. And he's the target again. A lot of movement, but very efficient, the Quins line there. Most probably run by Tom Phillips.
Okay, one Quins.
I'd like to run this one. Jack Howell's carrying. It's gone forward. And a chance gone for the Quins.
It's a legal strip, he just loses control.
It's tough there. You're trucking your 12 straight into the seam with one of the biggest players, the back rower, whose eyes are going to light up.
Good line out.
Good tackle by Lloyd Lucas.
Yeah, it
Nice
was,
and
yeah.
low.
And Tyrion Bowen with a strip. Tyrion Bowen come through.
Crow!
I think he started maybe at Club Rugby Cymru Gaerdydd, went to the Quins in Cardiff.
Set!
Glantaf, I think he went to Exeter University. And now in Cardiff colours. Cardiff looking to get a better platform to clear from their 22.
Use it!
Lloyd Lucas in the pocket, but it looks like a box kick for Ian Davis. Right-footed, hooks one over his shoulder. Dewi Cross on the chase. Oh, he got there first. The ball is live. Rodri Lewis takes a quick one, finds Steph Evans. Almost beats a man. Good tackle by Griff John Morris. There's the little tip on. Quins are gathering a little bit of momentum here. Oh,
Advantage.
And you think he's hurt. Ivan Davies, he's down there, and
I think it's chest first to me. See yellow card. You are upright, there is head contact.
Joe Goodchild. We're going to get the benefit of seeing this one again, but that did not look good.
First, so it's not a high degree of danger. So it's just a yellow card.
Oh, not a high degree of danger? I would argue that.
Right, so he needs to make an effort to drop his height. I didn't see it as a high because I thought it was in the contact. No, we haven't got a TMO, so I have to go live.
Well, glad to see the Crymych product, Ivan Davies, sitting up. They're tough. Oh. He's lucky, you know. TMO, any other kind of competition, I think, with the TMO involved in it, then that's a red, Josh, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's quite a talented player, this Ivan Davies. Can play 10, 15, 13. Quite rangy fella.
Wasn't playing anything then.
Happy for time on, lads? Happy to put time on, yeah?
Oh. So Cardiff, I said Carmarthen were gathering a bit of momentum, and the Quins certainly are doing that, and they'll benefit from Cardiff now being down to 14 with Joe Goodchild in the bin. There's Rodri Lewis.
I wonder if Cardiff, Quins will look a little funny play down the front there with no winger on that try line.
Steph Evans again. They look to set. Will they look to drive this one? Lewis Morgan. It does
out now, lads. Out now, Sarah.
start creeping forward for the Quins. Going to keep this juggernaut going. Morgan still. Ball tucked under his right shoulder.
Advantage.
Is an advantage, but they don't need it. It's a try. Another try for Lewis Morgan. One to add to his 16 last term. And it's a second for the Quins this evening. And they are taking control of this Super Rugby Cymru clash.
Yeah, what's pleasing to see is actually they've mixed their game up from both, the tight elements of the game, the scrum and the line out, where they're getting quite a lot of reward, but also that free-flowing rugby where they're offloading the ball for Ben Williams' try. So, they're stamping their authority on this game quite early now.
Yeah, you had advantage.
You've got the likes of Lewis Morgan in there, but Ben Williams from the Scarlets, Sean Evans from the Scarlets. How much of an influence can players like that, who have been there in that full pro environment, bring to a pack, especially in that driving line-out kind of environment?
Yeah, and someone like Tom Phils will have a huge influence on that, being a player coach. And it's, you get a feel for it in the game, when you can use it, when you can't use it. I think Lewis Morgan scored something like 16 tries last year, most of them on the back of a maul. So it's certainly a threat of Quins' anyway.
Huh. Ellis Price has taken a minute there. I'm guessing there is no shot clock here. They've just taken it off the game clock.
Which one do you want?
And
you want to keep that one, yeah?
Ben Breakspear was keeping an eye on the ticking Tissot clock in the corner there, and it was timed out from when the try was scored. You've got 60 seconds now. But if the Quins lose by one, they might not be too happy, because it was a relatively straightforward conversion.
Not on the ball, on the man.
It's a contest there. From the Quins, they wanted a penalty. Now it's their time to defend.
Count as legal. Don't play the 9.
Behind the gain line at the moment for Cardiff. Quick feet by Ethan Phillips. Quins want a penalty, and they get one.
He's initially on his feet and on the ball with a clear left.
Is that captain Sean Evans? Camera likes him, it must be him.
And just looking at the Quins back row, and they are over everything. The fact that they're playing 2 sevens, both Sean and Ben in that back row. Million's very strong over that ball as well. They're making an absolute mess for Cardiff for the breakdown, slowing the ball up, counter-rucking, jackling everything. Ultimately you can't get any momentum then, and you come away with rewards like this, where Sean Evans, I think it is come away with a jackal.
That clock's a running clock. It's just run ahead of us.
Yeah, initially he was there. And in the jackal these days now, last season they came in, you've got to be picking that ball up. Not hands-on isn't good enough. You've got to be making an effort to pick the ball off the deck as well. Make it a proper contest. You've got to get straight onto that ball. Clean line out for the Quins. Pre-planned, trying to get some space on the outside. Waters, great timing there by Dewi Cross. Right on the ball, perfectly timed. Not illegal by this winger this time. And it's Quins' ball. Well, what
backwards.
Josh Turnbull said about the tip on, they've started doing it, getting some success, but that ball's been spilled by Steph Evans. And Jason Harris puts boot to ball. David Waters back there.
Take him back.
Carried it back. He'll have to keep it alive. And he's going to find Rhys Cummins. Merthyr School's product. Left-footed, always handy. Still alive, still alive. Just trickles over this near touchline.
Make sure you don't go ahead. Just listen to the one side, okay?
Talk about Cummins. Always handy to have a left-footed player somewhere in your back line. You think of Johnny Fox, Lee Byrne, you know, full-back, centre, no matter where they are. But Rhys Cummins, Cardiff Vale College product, is a full-back and left-footed. Different options.
He's got an absolute cannon of a boot as well. He hit one from his own 22 last year, rolled in 5 metres from the touchline, from the try line. So, you know, he has got a bit of a cannon. And what I like about him, he's quite brave. He takes people on. His first instinct is to probably have a go first. And
has that gone forward? Yes, it has. Second bite of the cherry. Rhys Cummins elected to pass. Maybe he should have listened to Josh Turnbull and had a go. Well, Josh, I think they want you back down in studio, so you can go back to pitch side, and I'll see you in the second half. Gonna leave me alone in commentary on the final minutes of this first half.
4 minutes now.
There's the little knock on. Did well to stop it with his boot, but he was under pressure anyway if the ball had gone to hand in the first place.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Quins have had the ascendancy here. They're looking for another penalty. The arm is out. It's a free play for the Quins.
Yeah, okay.
Price held on to that one.
Nothing coming there, lads.
Do they want to take the points late in this first half?
No, 3.5.
3.5 minutes left.
That's just a running clock. Shot, yeah.
Tom Phillips asked him because he's looking at the shot clock, not the shot clock, the clock in the stadium. And that's just running from when we kicked off. But it is a 3-pointer.
Your shot clock is the red one, mate, okay?
There's a shot clock in the shot clock.
I've still got 3 on my watch, Jess, okay?
And it's Ellis Price. Takes 30 seconds there. And he should have taken longer because he's pulled it. There you can see the shot clock there. But that's a penalty that he got to take in time, but pulled it. Pretty straightforward 3-pointer. Your tenner's got to kick those. Didn't get a chance with a conversion.
It's going to be at half-time. He went off around 10:03, so.
There's Ben Breakspear. Yeah, made that decision. Joe Goodchild. He was...
Stay your side of the line, Simon, okay?
In the thick of things was Ben Breakspear. You've only got one set of eyes, and his ARs, of course. But you don't get the advantage of seeing it from all the angles that we have. Price chases his own kick, wins it in the air. Davis clears left-footed to that man, Steph Evans. 50-22. Dewi Cross read it perfectly. Didn't call the mark. He looks for the safety of the touchline. One last chance potentially for the Quins to set up an attack. Cardiff still down to 14 with Joe Goodchild in the bin. There he is, asking, how long have I got left?
I've got to count.
How long have you got left? Well, you're lucky to be going back on. He will be into the second half.
Yeah, just set
Unless,
your
of
gap
course,
off them, okay?
this keeps going deep into some extra time in the first half.
Don't change forward, don't change!
Has Lewis Morgan got this ball at the base? Yes. Rodri Lewis. Oh, he's hit that one perfectly. Timed really well.
That's accidental, couldn't avoid it.
Accidental, not deliberate, as Lewis Morgan tie these things up. Sean Evans, pass behind. Ellis Price, oh, if he could have offloaded the first time, they were through.
No advantage in the first one, lads.
As Ivan Davis just overran that second one. And this will be the last scrum. Yeah, Quins will be happy to be ahead.
This is our last play, lads.
And I think Joe Goodchild is going to come back on just past the 30-minute mark.
It's our last play, okay?
Will he be allowed back on for the last play?
He was 10 minutes on my watch when I binned him. He's back on the start the second half, okay? It is time, but we need to complete the scrum first, okay? I'm not on my... I still got time on my method coming back at half time. Yeah.
Well, I would say Ben Briggsby is saying he'll be on the start of the second half. Well, if there's another penalty, surely he can come back on. To wait and see. The referee is the sole arbitrator of anything going on in this clash.
Bind. Set.
Pressure on the Quins, and they do have a penalty. They might have another chance. Ball to Thomas Williams. It has gone forward. Accuracy. Now will Joe Goodchild get to come back on?
Do you want the shot, lads, yeah? You want the points, yeah? Okay. Option, Quins. Shot called.
Shot at goal called. I thought they might pop one into the corner. A little strip that was on Thomas Williams, and he was bursting through. Second chance for Ellis Price to extend the Quins' lead. If successful, or if it goes wide and dead, it'll be the last act of the first half. This round 2 clash in Super Rygbi Cymru. Took 30 seconds to set up the last one, taking a little bit more time over this one. Much better strike after pulling his last attempt. Half-time whistle goes at Cardiff Arms Park. The Quins have come right back into this clash and dominated it at times. Cardiff started the better of the two teams with a cracker from Dewi Cross. But 2 tries by Ben Williams and Lewis Morgan puts the Carmarthen Quins ahead at half-time. Score at the Arms Park, Cardiff 7, Quins 18.
Ie, dyna i chi sgôr a noson fwyn yma yng Nghaerdydd. 2 dîm llawn egni sydd wedi dod i symud y bêl, ond Quins wedi cael y gorau ohoni. 3 chais yn yr hanner cyntaf, 2 yn dod i'r ymwelwyr, yn cynnwys y cais yna gan Ben Williams. A mae rhai jyst pwysleisio, mae teir gwaith diwetha, mae Caerfyrddin wedi deithio'r brifddinas, maen nhw wedi cael eu cadw yn ddisgwr 2 waith, 50 i ddim, llynedd, 77 i 7, 82 i ddim. Mae hwn yn dîm gwahanol, Josh. Be yw'r gwahaniaeth?
O'n i'n fforddi nhw pan...
OK, falle dylse fi ddim di crybwyll y scores yna.
Na, mae wedi gwneud yn anodd i Caerdydd chwarae. Mae Quins wedi bod yn mewn i popeth. Mae Rhengol wedi bod yn ffantastig dros y bêl. Yn gwneud yn anodd i Caerdydd chwarae y gêm maen nhw'n moyn chwarae, y dadlaeth o bêl. Maen nhw'n arafu popeth lawr, maen nhw'n troi nhw drosto, maen nhw'n cael rewards, fel ti'n dweud.
Wel, ewn ni mlaen i drafod be mae Quins yn gwneud yn dan benodol, ond ewn ni ddechrau gyda y tîm cardre, achos un ymosodiad, un sgôr, Dewi Cross, neb llai.
Nhw'n edrych yn dyncherus iawn yn y 5 munud fyna, yn y ffantastig fel speed y bol off y llinell na, a wedyn pwy mor clinigol o'n nhw'n gweithio'r bêl i Dewi, a mae safon Dewi ar y lefel yma yn ffantastig, a cymerwn nhw real mantis yna, oedd e'n impresif fel wnaethon nhw creu. Fel o'n i'n gweud gynne am agwedd i y fforddwr yn ei chwarae nhw, mae'n amlwg iawn yn y cais yma, a Rhys Cummins yn chwarae ran mowr fyna i roi Dewi'n glir.
Ar y fo yma, bydde ti'n meddwl mae nhw oedd ar llinell gefn, llinell ôl mwyaf peryglus, Josh?
O'n nhw, a dyna beth maen nhw gallu gwneud pan nhw'n troi bêl drosto, maen nhw gallu dod i fyw. Ti'n gallu gweld o Liw Morgan yn amddiffyn, llinell amddiffyn wedi mynd mewn ar y dyn wrong, a maen nhw'n creu problemau wedyn.
Ond wedyn Quins yn bwrw nôl. Gwastraffon nhw ambell i gyfle, neu falle, Caerdydd oedd yn amddiffyn yn dda, ond Ben Williams yn sgorio a'r cyfan yn dod o Steph Evans.
Just more intelligent wedyn, fel mae'n gweld y cyfle yma, a wedyn cymryd mantis o'r 2v1, pethau syml, pethau ni moyn hyfforddi yn ifanc iawn yn junior rygbi fel y siampl, a wedyn support play, 2 gŵr profiadol iawn, a hwn yn glinigol iawn gan Rodri, war y teg.
Balance fyna o'r ifanc a'r hen benna, ond Steph yn edrych, yn neud i beth edrych mor hawdd, yn dyfa?
Dyna beth mae profiad yn gallu gwneud i ti. Ti'n gwybod, pan oedd e'n edrych lan, gwelodd e Lloyd Lucas a wedyn taiter o flanau, dyna beth i moyn o asgellwr rhoi nhw fel fullback, mynd ato nhw, creu nhw ymlaen a cael nhw ti ar y tro'r blaen wedyn.
Mae'r chwaraewyr wedi newid braidd ers i ti hyfforddi, felly falle ni roi clod i Steph yna am y ceisiau. Ond be am Carden Vale yn Joe Goodchild? Ydw e'n lwcus i beidio gweld coch fan hyn? Tacl uchel?
Lwcus iawn byddwn ni'n gweud, ydy. Mae hwnna'n ergyd i'r pen. Byddai'n ffodus iawn bod e ddim yn cael ei edrych yn o to. Mae'n gret i weld bod boes moyn fod yn gorfforol a moyn mynd ar ôl pobl yn y tacl, ond fi'n credu fydde hwnna yn garden goch petai dyfarnwr teledu da ni.
Does dim dyfarnwr teledu gyda ni hyn, i ti'n cytuno, Josh?
Fi'n, nes ti'n edrych ar y angl o tu ôl, ti'n gallu gweld mae'n mynd syth am y pen. So ni eisiau gweld does dim digon o dip da fe i wneud y tacl, mae'n jyst wedi sefyll o flanau.
Be gallai'r hyfforddwyr wneud a just pwysleisio'r neges? Y dyfarnwr wedodd bod y lefel o beryg ddim yn cyrraedd yr rhain ucha, ond bydde dyfarnwyr eraill allan anghytuno.
Mae'n anodd, achos mae pawb fi'n dal, ond bydd y fullback yn eitha fyr. So mae rhaid i'r taclwr yn gwneud yn siŵr bod yn middle of the belly, really. Os ti'n moyn gwneud tacl dda.
A mae hwnna'n rhywbeth ti'n cyfarthrebu pob dydd.
Mae'r agweddau yna'n digwydd yn gloi iawn. Felly, ni'n deall yn iawn siwt mae yna'n gallu digwydd. Ond, trial ffindo ffordd o bod ni yn mynd yn isielach. Dim lot isielach, ond bydde hwnna'n help mowr.
Reit, ewn ni symudwn ni mlaen i'r cais ola'r hanner cyntaf. Lewis Morgan, y cyfan yn dod o'r kickoff ma. Gareth?
Y Quins fan hyn yn clinigol iawn war y teg. Mae nhw'n impresif fel mae Sean Evans yn mynd lan yn pob llinell ar y foment a mae'n gwneud job ffantastig. I feddwl bod e'n wario bachwr dros y blynyddoedd diwetha. Ond yn eithaf sôn falle bod nhw'n siomedig am hwn yn pen y bont ar y penwthnos. Ond pwy mor clinigol maen nhw, pwy mor dyn maen nhw. Mae Lewis real composed yn y cefen fyna. A maen nhw'n cadw good taldra yn y môl na a war y teg nhw, maen nhw'n gwneud job ffantastig fyna i gweld y hanner mas.
Tro cyntaf mewn 4 blynedd mae Cwins Caerfyrddin yn arwain ar yr egwyl fan hyn ar Barc yr Arfau. Ond mi fydd y cwr Parc yr Arfau yn gobeithio fydd rhywbeth gyda nhw i ddathlu yn yr ail hanner. Dwi'n siŵr bydd digon gyda Dan Fish i weid yn y sefyll newid na. Ond Pildrod sy'n hawlio'r sylw dros y penwythnos. Caernarfon yn erbyn pen y bont. Gwyddau'r llediad i chi dydd Sadwn. I'ch bwyntiau rali Ceredigion yn dilyn y gêm yna. Hwlffordd yn erbyn y Bari. Nos Fawrth am hanner awr dydd Saith. Y gêm yna ar y we hefyd. Digon o rygbi i chi. dros yr wythnos nesaf, cyfle i weld rhaglen dogfen Rhys Patchell. Patchell ei hun yn hyrwyddo raglen ar un raglen ni wythnos diwetha. Pen y Bont yn erbyn Aberafan yn gêm fyw ni wythnos i heddi am yr bencampwriaeth rygbi unedig yn dychwelyd. Wythnos i di Sadwrn gyda Gaerdydd yn croesawu'r Lions. Right, cyn i ni edrych ymlaen at y gêm yna, gadewch i ni edrych nôl achos fe groesawodd Glynebwy Aberafon i'r stadiwm Gin y Glas wrth iddyn nhw geisio amddiffyn y darian her wythnos diwetha 36 i 17 y sgôr terfynol i'r tîm cartre. Fe ddechreuodd Caerdydd ei tymor ar yr hewl, y tîm cyntaf i wneud y daith lan i'r gogledd i fai Colwyn. 78 o bwyntiau yn y gêm hon. Mae'n 1 pwynt o ddyndi ar yr hanner. Dion Jones fanna yn bylchu i rygbi gogledd Cymru, ond tîm y brifddinas falle yn ffeindio ei rhythm yn yr ail hanner, yn ffeindio gear arall. A Ieuan Davies yn sgorio fan hyn yn edrych falle i ailadrodd y perfformiad yna hyn o ma, 31-47 y sgôr terfynol. Roedd enw newydd wrth y lliw yn Abertawe cyn chwaraewr Cymru Jonathan Thomas oedd yn dechrau ei hoes ym Mharc Pontypool, ond dwi ddim yn lle hawdd i fynd y dwe. 25-13 y sgôr fanna, ac er Bragdy ym Mhen y Bont, welodd y gêm mwyaf dramatig yn wythnos un. Dim lot yn gwahanu'r ddau dîm yma o gwbl tan y funud ola. Cais Evan Yardley yn torri calonau Cwins Caerfyrddin, ond o bosib y golled na wedi rhoi bach o dan yn ei fol ac wedi sbardino'r perfformiad ni wedi gweld yn yr hanner cyntaf yma heno. Nawr bod ni wedi gweld i'ch bwyntiau o leia wythnos un, pa dîmau i chi meddwl dylsyn ni edrych mas amdano, falle bod e ddim yn deg gofyn i ti, ond Gareth?
Unwaith to, mae gêm cystadleuol iawn gyda Casnewydd a Llanymddyfri, maen nhw wystod ar y blaen o fewn y gyngred. Chi'n gweld Glynebwy fyna lle anodd i fynd, a nes ti gweud am bwyty Pontypool. Mae lle bydd anodd i fynd ar y away games, a maen nhw'n cymryd mantes o cael y cynlyniadau cynnar yna.
Ie, ond ar draws y gyngred, wyt ti'n meddwl ni'n gweld y cydbwysedd iawn o'r hen a'r ifanc?
Ie, dyna beth ni eisiau gweld. Mae digon o bois o Scalas yn chwarae heno i Cwins Caerfyrddin. Mae llwyth o bois yn chwarae i Caerdydd, a maen nhw'n neud na dros y blynyddoedd diwetha fyd. A lic ni gweld bach mwy o chwaraewyr ifanc yn dod trwyddo, bois i just yn troi dod mas yn 18s fyd, i gweld nhw sut maen nhw'n sefyll lan yn y gemau mawr.
Ie, mi'n siŵr newn ni. Reit, y gallwch chi dal lan gyda bob gêm, bob nos Fawrth. Mae cymerau gyda ni ar bob maes dros y penwythnos, felly cyfle i chi weld eich tîm chi'n nos Fawrth 10 o'r gloch ar S4C. Ni'n mynd i droi'n sylw i'r bencampwriaeth rygbi unedig. Wyt ti gyda'r gweilch, hyfforddwr sgiliau'r gweilch eleni. Dim lot o newid i bod i'r garfan. Wedi arwyddo ambell i chwaraewr fel Ross Moriarty, Ryan Smith, ond chi'n teimlo'n weddol sefydlog ac yn hyderus wrth mynd mewn i dymor newydd.
Maen nhw'n bod yn criw gret i weithio yn gynnar dros y haf. Fi cael blas neis o ddi ar draws y tîm hun, yr academi a popeth, ond mae'r bois yn adeiladu neis, gyda nhw diwrnod da fan hyn yn ymarfer gyda Gaerdydd heddi. Felly, byd nhw ar yr awyren byd ni ar yr awyren i De Affrica, ar di llun, felly mae wedi bod yn ffantastig haf. Pawb yn edrych mlaen am yr agwedd cystadleuol nawr.
Falle amser da i fynd i De Affrica, maen nhw heb eu bocs, os mae amser da, dwi'n yn gwybod. Ond chi'n dechrau adre yn erbyn y Lions, ond newydd Ciro Leinster yn Nilyn yn eich gêm ola paratoi. Sut mae'r hwyliau?
Ie, mae bois wedi cael haf eitha anodd fyd. Oedd yn dda i gweld y bois dod trwy wythnos diwetha, dim lot o anafiadau, a gweld bois ifanc fel Tom Bowen, Steph Manuel, Jacob Beetham yn sefyll lan a cael chawns. A dyna beth ni eisiau gweld y bois ifanc dod trwyddo, yn wedi gyda squads eitha byr ar y foment. Mae chawns dan nhw nawr yn erbyn y llawr wythnos diwetha.
Dyfodol y gêm dal i fod yn ansicr, o dywen her i chi fel hyfforddwyr? Jyst i ganolbwyntio ar y gêm a gorfod rheoli materion oddi ar y cae.
Mae wastad yn y background, ond fi'n credu mae'r gêm yn y man le mae pawb jyst yn aros i weld beth mae'r consultation yn mynd i ddod mas gyda, a wedyn ymateb o fyna, achos mae pawb yn gyffroes am yr agwedd cystadleuol i'r tymor, Mae'r boes yn gwneud y ffantastig I canolbwyntio arno na I fod yn deg.
A Josh yn gloi, ti'n cyd-fynd?
Cytuno gyda beth mae Babs wedi dweud fyna.
Ne, dwi ddim eisiau gweud dim byd arall. Am yr chwaraewyr mas ar y cae beth bynnag. Felly ni'n mynd I alymuno a'n tîm meselwebu, Rhys ap William ac Owain Gwynedd.
Half-time score then was Cardiff 7, Quins of Carmarthen 18. They've had some drubbings of the Quins on their previous visits. Been nilled twice and lost about 70-odd 7, I think, once.
Time on.
They did win here in 2022, though. They're leading at half-time. No changes for Carmarthen Quins, but a new front row for Cardiff RFC. Cwins comes forward, plucks that one out the air, lovely sidestep, and the offload to Dewi Cross. Cross, is he going over? What a start to the second half. 20 seconds on the clock. Whatever Dan Fish said at half-time, the message has worked. Some serious magic. Cross with a second, and Cardiff right back in this one.
Nah, it's nothing more than a penalty, and the advantage plays out and you score. Unfortunately not.
It's a pretty good kick. Cwins did exceptionally well. Fast feet and the offload. I thought for a second that Tom Williams was going to catch Dewi Cross, but oh, great feet from Cwins. Yeah, and a good handoff as well by Dewi Cross in the end on Tom Williams. What a start to the second half. Conversion is successful from Lloyd Lucas. From being 18-7 down, all of a sudden Cardiff back within 4. Unbelievable start. Dewi Cross, prolific, as I said. That's his 60th try in Cardiff colours now. Number 59 and 60 coming this evening in his 63rd appearance. Unbelievable. Josh Turnbull is back alongside me. Josh, did you see that try? Or were you somewhere in the depths of the stadium?
Let's go, Cardiff!
I saw Rhys Cummins' take above his head. There's some skill, fair play to him, at full speed.
Yeah, wonderful offload, and Cross does what Dewi Cross does. As Joe Goodchild back on the field, back from the sin bin. Lucky boy. What a start to the second half. I heard you talking about what the messages Dan Fish was going to say, but whatever he said, you know, it worked, didn't it? As we see the Quins attacking.
Stop, nine.
That's not a bad little kick through. And Lucas is back, touching the ball down. It's a goal line restart.
I just think it's important that if Quins want to get anything out of this game, they've got to go and do exactly what they did in the first half in terms of slowing momentum down, slowing possession down for Cardiff. They can't get that rhythm. If they get that rhythm, they can build and build and build, and they'll just keep going, and they get plenty of scores. But they've just got to make it difficult for them, and when they get the opportunity, they've got to take them.
Steph Evans was the creator in the first half. He had to cross in Quins' colours, but he will always counter. Steph Evans, good feet. Lewis just takes his time there. Price, has that gone forward? Was it a knock-on? Yeah, it's an advantage. No advantage coming. We'll have a scrum. Completely new front row for Cardiff, and they were under a little bit of pressure at scrum time from the Quins, Josh.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty straightforward decision by Dan Fish and his coaching team. You know, that front row that started were a little bit under pressure. You know, you've seen that
I know which one of your
Gavin Parry, Tom Harper come on now with some big heavy lumpers there. So, and then you've got Cam, who again is another one who's been training up with the senior team more recently. So hopefully they'll come on now with that little bit of experience and get the rewards.
See what difference the changes have made.
Bind. Set.
Solid platform for the Quins. Just switch off at the last second there. And they do get the ball out cleanly and out the back door. Steph Evans finds Waters. Waters on his own, backs himself. What you want from a winger. and support just gets it in the nick of time.
Oh,
great feet again. You know, you question sometimes why the Scarlets have left him go. You know, he can perform for regional, for a region in 2 positions at hooker and back row. But then you think, well, you know, he offers you everything. Well, he's offering his skills for the Quins, and leading by example this evening is Sean Evans. There he is again.
It's good having players like him who've got that experience. They can just grab the game by the scruff and get them going on the front foot, you know, both attack and defence.
Tom Phillips, well, he'll say thanks, Mr. Lewis, for that one. And the ball is there. Pass out the back door from Steph Evans. Lovely delayed ball. Oh, some finish from Thomas Williams. We highlighted him before the game. Standout for Llandovery College last year. What a finish. What a move. What a hole he hit. Made by Ellis Price. Finished by Thomas Williams. I think we're going to have some game here.
I think what Thomas Williams does really well, he's come off his wing and he's looking for ball in the middle of the park. Ellis Price's delayed pass, just that little lift, you know, it's opened up Cardiff's defence there.
Sean, I don't mind constructive feedback, but when it's every breakdown, it just becomes a lot.
There's the finish. Thomas Williams. Pacey, big lump of a winger as well.
This open side winger for Quins, David Waters. He came to Quins a couple of years ago. Didn't quite get the opportunities. Went back to St Clair's, played, and you know he's obviously come back through now, and you know, he's very quick. Plays both fullback and wing.
Well, what you want to see, isn't it? Players, if they don't get the chance, go back to your club, play, get better, your chance will come again. And Cardiff don't want to give that man another chance, Thomas Williams. One of 5 players with the Scarlets.
Now, you've moved across and you've impacted Leven's access to the ball.
But a bit of blocking there.
He's not in a position to lift the pod, and he impacts Leven getting to the ball.
Yeah. Mysterious decision for the front row, and Ivan James goes, me?
He's not in a position to lift, and he impacts the access of Leven into that contact area.
This is the most frustrating part of the game for me is when you score, you're more likely to give a penalty or a knock-on away straight away.
Is that switching off then because of, poof, you're up there, we scored, bang, you know?
Yeah, and it's quite frustrating because ultimately all you want to do is have a nice clean exit or try and assert yourself back on the opposition again. As soon as you switch off, you give that opportunity to that team.
The opportunity is a line-out and a line-out drive for Cardiff. The capital club crabbing a little bit. Now they get forward. Gavin Parry works his way to the back of the maul. Always part of the maul. Quins have got to work hard to get round and stop this one. Parry, just short of the line. Composure now needed. Have they got the ball down? No. Yeah, was in there looking quickly at that one. But now the try does come. Who's the bottom of that pile? I think it's Tom Cottle. Last to get up. The North Walian second row. And he's not celebrating his try, he's complaining about something.
No, it's okay.
But I said we might have some game, and it's turning into that. Back and forward, ding dong.
For me, the person you've got an issue with.
Yeah, I think ultimately if Cardiff can switch on now, take this kick-off, take a little bit of control, get a bit of control back in this game, balance yourself back out. But ultimately that's come from a Quins mistake, and it's allowed Cardiff to come back into it. Sorry, allowed Cardiff to come back into it.
Yeah, it was Tom Cottle. None of the academy products. And this is another one with a conversion. And these are going to count tonight. I think it's going to be that tight. And he's pulled that one. Here's Dan Fish. Penny for his thoughts. I reckon he'll be relatively happy with the second half because they responded within 20 seconds with that Dewi cross try, and then Quins have come back, but then Cardiff have hit straight back, so they have the ammunition to do that.
You see Quins walking up to this kick-off now. They're trying to take the sting out of the game. ultimately they want to run it at their pace.
Price. Good hanging restart. Tyrion Bowen underneath it.
Use it.
Ian Davis shaping to kick. High. Yeah, pretty good on the distance front. No one wants to take it. Eventually, Lewis Morgan, the hooker for the Quins, does. Lewis at the base. Carry by Lee Taylor.
He's hooked it backwards.
Another experienced player in the pack for the Quins. Little dink
backwards.
over the top.
Fair contest.
Fair contest in the air, says the referee. Rodri Lewis is sharp. Gets the ball out. Not the try score of Thomas Williams on that wing. Yeah, I think it was, yep. There's Sean Evans again.
Pardon?
Parry tries to get his mitts on the ball.
Okay, advantage, blue offside.
Cardiff offside, that pass forward.
That is forward, but there's no advantage. Cardiff offside. Here, Lucas.
I'd like to see
Offside.
Ellis Price just stay a little bit more connected to the pods. Cardiff do tend to get a little bit narrow at times defensively, and if he can stay connected to that and have that out the back ball, it gives him an opportunity to expose those edges. But he's just probably sitting behind, letting it play develop in front of him. Can he stay connected for a little bit longer?
Was it the prop, Lucas?
You know, that's game time again, and playing more and seeing patterns within his own team. He's had some chances with the under-20s, with the Scarlets in pre-season, now with the Quins, so just gets into a routine, and he will only see things a little bit better.
Okay. Just have a chat to him behind the post about it.
But he has another chance for 3 points to extend
just so you know.
The Quins lead. 4-point lead at the moment. Struck that one nicely. Extend their lead to 7.
9.
3
change.
Tries apiece. A change at 9 now.
I think it was. I was trying to get a number.
Cardiff.
I don't think it was you, Tom. I think it was the other.
Ian Davis leaves. Another young talent, 23-year-old Ethan Lloyd on. 23 years old, his 5th season at Cardiff.
And you know, I watched him come through the academy. He's a great kid. He knows how to control a game as well, which is probably why they brought him on when they have. They need to get a little bit more control back in this game.
Well, the Quins need a little bit more control on their restarts. Lucky to get away with that one. No one wanted to take it. Let the ball bounce at your own peril. But they've got away with it.
Use it!
Told to use it. Rodri Lewis got to watch that head fake. He can't do that anymore.
Those 9s, they still get away with it.
Well, Gareth Davis invented it.
Thomas Williams was having it every week in training.
Numbers, fine.
Via Cardiff line out. A couple of metres outside
the
Quins 22. There's Gavin Parry.
Don't close, Chris.
Massive man, super powerful unit. He could be super dynamic. Just needs to switch on.
Out, no, 7 out!
And put 80-minute performances together.
Yeah, don't change.
He's
He
at the
hasn't
back
changed
of
his
this
bind.
one.
He's got a full shoulder on, he's fine. Out, 7. Out now, 2.
Lloyd wants it.
Still got his full shoulder on.
Got his full shoulder on what? I'm not sure.
I think he's talking to Lee Taylor there.
Bit of confusion when the ball gets to Cwins. Cwins to Goodchild. He'll back himself into the corner.
That's a great tackle.
Good tackle by Ivan Davis. A legitimate one on the man that, you know, almost knocked him out in the first half. But a good attack by Cardiff, again exposing some space on the outside in the Quins' defence.
Good coverage there as well. Thomas Williams, the blindside wing, even making his way across there.
Okay, time off.
Yeah, Ivan Davis's tackle right on the ball as well, so Goodchild couldn't keep it alive. Who's getting treatment there? I think it's the Quins captain, Sean Evans, and they won't want to lose him. Looks like a...
Tom Phillips.
Oh, it's Tom Phillips is down, is it? Yeah, well, don't want to lose him either.
2 locks down, actually. Lee Taylor down on the other far side as well.
Getting treated there as well. Time is off. It was 60.
Bit impressed with Sean Evans, actually. They do everything. Fair play to him.
How difficult is it? You know, he's been kind of let go by the Scarlets. He might have looked for another pro contract somewhere, but he's down at the Quins playing his rugby. How difficult is it to keep on top of everything? Your fitness, you know, your professionalism, even though you're not in that professional environment.
He had a bit of a laugh and a joke with him earlier on the side of the pitch, and he said, "Oh, this is tough. This is now 9 to 5, and then coming up here to play." Fair play to him. Rather him than me. I don't miss being battered about.
Well, they're both on their feet now, Lee Taylor and Tom Phillips. So you have a giggle at half-time in Prez. What happened there? Just we took our cans off. I missed it. What was said?
Well, the last few times Quins have been up here, they've had
they've
scored one try. And I was part of the coaching crew. I wasn't last year, mind. I was part of Cardiff's. They lost him the week before, and then last year Cardiff put 50 on him. So
let's set this properly. You go 2 and 2 in the
past is the past, Josh. Yeah. Now we're in the present.
Perfect.
And the Quins are ahead by 7 into the second half of this Super Rugby Cymru clash. Over the top throw.
That's right. Apologies. Sorry, my bad.
I'm not entirely sure, and Ben apologises there. Ben Briggs, he shouldn't have blown because could have played advantage because Cardiff won the ball.
Because it's directly over the top, it has to be. It doesn't matter because it's directly over the top. It always has to be straight.
Yeah.
You want the line out, yeah? Okay, line out.
Any short throws to the front of the 5 or over the 15 still have to be straight. Yeah, and he blew up a little bit early there.
Freebie for Cardiff now.
You're okay, Barry.
The scrum. No, they've gone line. Yeah.
He's okay, he's fine. Maul.
A chance for them to
He's
drive.
through the middle, line it over.
Parry. This one moving at a rate of knots. Tom Phillips did well to leave go there. He could have been in the bin. Parry still has his hands on the ball. Quins got to keep this one up. Oh, this could be a penalty try as Parry dots it down. I'm sure it's him at the bottom of the pile. It's time for the Cardiff line-out to function and drive one over. And they're within 2 of the Quins. That's a bonus point, 4th try for the capital side.
I think Quins maybe not been smart enough with their exits and just giving an absolute freebie away to Cardiff, 5 metres out, whether they went scrum or line out. You know, it's just, you can't afford to give position away that easily to, you know, a team with a maul like that.
And the Quins have suffered more, you know, even when they've scored, their exits from restart have been poor and they've given chances to Cardiff. They'll be disappointed, the team, Steph Thomas and his coaching team of the Quins, with their exits. As Lloyd Lucas lines the conversion up. Oh, straight down the middle.
Hugely frustrating from that sense.
And we're all square. I said every point would count. You had Ellis Price counted down on a 1 conversion, and he's missed a sitter from in front. And we're 26 points apiece here. An extra point for Cardiff because they've scored 4 tries. The Quins have 3, as we get a cheeky replay of that vital conversion. That's a knock-on by Goodchild. The Quins have the ball. Tom Phillips.
Lad, leave it.
Lovely
Get away
little
now.
wrestle.
Come away, please. Use it. Lad, get up and get away, Tom. Up and away. Come on, let's move.
Asking them to move. They eventually do. And that's that man, Sean Evans, again. He is absolutely everywhere. Lewis, options either side. It's Tom Phillips just up from a scrap on the floor, gets the ball.
This is where Quins are lacking a little bit of control. They're not really going anywhere. They're going back and forth, side to side. You've got heavy forwards lining up on the short side here, where you need to get in between the 15s.
Whose job is that, Josh?
10s. And then you just see Ellis Price is probably not really connected to anything.
Yeah, they're talking about it now. A lot of hands on hips as well.
The last thing you want is your 4 and you're 1 in between the 15. You need to get them carrying between the 15s. Let your more agile, sharper back rowers
we will wait.
marshal those 15-metre channels.
Lads.
Ryan Bean
I
on.
know it's dynamic and it
get
is a
some
big
treatment.
But let's just make sure we get up and take ourselves away. We
Lloyd
don't need
Lucas.
actions like that creeping into a very good game.
He's
of rugby,
taking a
okay?
bang on the conch. Nothing worse.
Yeah, send them on, Rob. Sorry, mate.
Some changes for the Quins as well. That prop and that scrum half. Ivan James leaves. Should be Conor Allen on.
Changes being complete, Rob.
And the experienced Rodri Davis is on as well, isn't he, for Rodri Lewis. You talk about scrum halves coming on with a bit of experience. Ethan Lloyd is a young man with experience, but Rodri Davis has got stacks of it.
Yeah, he's been around for quite a while. Spent a bit of time down in Cornish Pirates, I think it was. Llandovery.
Time back on.
You know, he's been around quite a while now. I was winding them up earlier. I said, how many more years? Slow and steady, he says, wins the race.
Crouch!
Cardiff scrum under a bit of pressure. In the first half, they've made changes.
Set!
Straight to the deck, knee on the floor, an easy exit again for Cardiff.
Yeah, and that's, you know, ultimately Cardiff are probably the ones under the pressure there because they've got to exit well. Quins have just let them off with a freebie, another freebie.
Almost from David Waters.
Should put Quins on the line, Lucas, yeah? Okay. Take the line, Quins.
Right, Lucas still bleeding. It's the replay, first scrum.
2 metres at the front, lads.
Cardiff line out. No contest from the Quins. There's that man, Gavin Parry, try scorer.
That's once, it's going sideways.
Hands on the ball, but this will be a box kick from Lloyd.
Advantage,
No one takes that one eventually. It's Ethan Phillips. Phillips, hand off into the Quins 22 he goes. Oh, good tackle. And a spilt ball. Hooker on hooker, that one.
6 has to arrive up, but there's no advantage from that one.
Was that the right ball? It's a great line, but I think if they'd have gone wide, it could have happened. But I'll hear from Josh Turnbull in a bit, but down to Lauren quickly.
It's just a knock-on. So you've had your advantage in the first knock-on, so the Quins scrum, you okay? Yeah, I think so. Are we okay, yeah? You're making a change as well then, okay? Okay, let's build, lads. It's a scrum, yeah, it's a Quins scrum, just a knock-on.
Diolch o Wain, Steph Thomas o'r Quins sy'n cadw cwmni fi. 26 all, so much to talk about from that second half. Firstly, how are the nerves?
Well, could be better. Yeah, we had the foot on the throat at half time. We had a good lead. We let them back into the game a little bit now and missed 5 points at goal. So we're making a few subs now, get a bit of energy out there. And the next 10 minutes now is going to be crucial in deciding the result, really, for us.
Yeah, we saw Derry Cross score, I think it was 20 seconds on the clock. But talk me through how you then managed to get the momentum back.
Yeah, to be fair to the boys, they kept their composure well. I think the experience that we got out there with Sean, Steph Ebbs, boys like that, really, helping the boys to stay composed, and that was crucial in those minutes there, not panicking. So, we've managed to stay in the game now, and we've got to make sure that the next 10 minutes they're there or thereabouts.
Yeah, another key moment here. Steph, thanks for your time.
No problem, thank you.
Quins are making some changes as well now. Is that Rhys Fawcett coming on?
Yeah, another one who's got plenty of experience. Been around for quite a while now in the SRC or Welsh Premiership as it was. And I think whoever wants to get this result tonight, probably in the next, like Steph said there, the next 10 minutes needs to make an impact on this game, really.
Yeah, it's gone a bit scrappy. It's the pressure. It'll be a big win for the Quins. Contest at the breakdown. Lucas de la Rua. Great work once again by the open side flanker. Not for the first time this evening.
It's that separation between Carrier and the two cleaners allows Lucas, and you're not going to ask him for a second invite because he'll be straight in over the ball.
Lucas deep into the Quins 22. Clock ticks past 62.5 minutes as we see what Josh Turnbull was talking about. It's that separation between the ball carrier and his support, and a gap for Lucas de la Rua to get his mitts on the ball. Can Cardiff take advantage?
More.
Ethan Phillips with a take, middle of the line out. Gavin Parry gets his hands back on the ball, and they look to drive this one. Successful last line out drive, and this one looks to be going in the same direction.
Once Cardiff, same more.
Oh, if they drive this forward, there's only one Quinn there, and that's Sean Evans. Forward it goes, gone to the deck, side entry. Could see a yellow card. Could have looked at a penalty try, but we will see a yellow card.
Change up the side. It's not a probable try for me.
Not a probable try.
Entry, not a clap, so it's not a probable
Lewis
try
Millen is the man to be sitting in the bin for 10.
And it's ultimately come down from Quinn's lack of ability to keep the ball in the mid-third of the field.
He's only getting
and
strapped
control where they've had separation between Carrier and cleaners. Gives Cardiff another opportunity.
There was a bit of miscommunication there.
Sack is legal.
Don't play the ball. Ball is there for Ethan Lloyd.
Chest.
Harris with the carry round the corner. Cardiff come.
After roll, Jackal is fine. 10 has to clear.
Just listening in to the decision by Ben Breakspear.
You're fine. He has to clear first.
Nothing wrong with a Jackal, but too many bodies on the wrong side, and Cardiff get another chance to go to the corner. Poor discipline from the Quins. How are they going to pay?
Six. Just take a yard for me, please. Come on, thanks. Yeah, fine.
Cardiff line out 5 out then. To the front this time.
Advantage, contact in the air.
Another penalty against the Quins as Lewis Morgan wraps himself around the ball. This will be a
time off.
Shrewd blast to the whistle by Ben Breakspear. Let's have a listen to this.
I'm not sure how different that is to the very last line out.
I don't need you. I've got no issues with the timing of the sack, but he can't pull a man to ground and then sack him when he's in the air. The penalties for contact in the air. We've had a guy go to the bin, and now we're going to with 3 consecutive penalties in this area. No, he's pulled him in the air. The timing of the sack is good. Look, listen now. No more in this area or someone leaves the field. Let's go.
Squeaky clean, the message I heard there. They're going to have to be. But you can't be soft in this aspect now. You've got to be competitive. Yeah. Well, Cardiff will walk this one over.
More.
First job is done for Cardiff.
Run it over.
Gavin Parry. Hands on the ball again. Quins, can they keep this shape? They're trying to work it.
That's once Cardiff. That's the same maul.
Same maul as Cardiff players on the deck. They have to play it. And that's what they do. Good contest by Sean Evans. Has he pinched the ball? I think he has.
That's an outstanding turnover. Fair play to him.
Everyone stopped for a second there, apart from Sean Evans.
Hold.
That could have been game, set and match for Cardiff. And captain fantastic for the Quins, Sean Evans, comes up with a great turnover.
He's just getting strapped, lads. He's just getting strapped.
Another couple of Quins are down. I think it's
He's
Lewis Morgan.
He's just getting strapped, lads. You're playing on.
Tom Phillips again. Yeah. The referee won't give him any time. So
More
he gets up.
Run it over.
But it's another line out and a drive for Cardiff. Lloyd, Harris, an extra carry, no tip on.
Release, leave it!
Round the corner. There's Brooke.
Leave it now, second bite.
Has that gone forwards? No, backwards, says the referee. Well, there might have been a little tip on that went forward. Lucas. Tom Williams. Cardiff showing composure. Reese tips it on to Cam Taylor-Grocott. Brooke again in the move. Sean Evans has to move, or is it Tom Phillips? There's not much he can do there. He's trying to get out. And Dewi Cross has the ball, knowing now they can come back for a penalty.
He's gone to the bin, I think.
He wouldn't give him time to have treatment. Tom Phillips has been down a few times.
I've spoken to you in that area, Sean, and be back and you can see another penalty. That's number 4. It's a yellow card, Tom, as well, okay? Repeated infringement by a team. Time off.
Oh, Tom Phillips, he was down pre-line out.
Okay.
He tried to get involved in it again.
Sorry.
He tried to roll out the way here. Low with the tackle.
Just unlucky with the 2 cleaners coming in, just trapped him in there.
And I've got to be honest, the ball was pretty much there for Cardiff as well.
Side, boys. But I've got something like that,
If I'm brutally honest, I think he could do with 10 minutes sitting down.
Yeah. 4's gone to the bin for repeated infringements, and you've got a full penalty here.
Are down to 13.
Okay.
Lewis Millen. And now Tom Phillips in the bin. And Cardiff going for the jugular. Lewis Jones on for Lewis Morgan. There he is. Lewis Jones, a try against Bridgend in round 1. First job will be to defend. Clean ball in the line out for Cardiff, and here comes the drive again. Going straight forward, getting it down is Rhodri Morgan. Sneaked onto the field. He had a try in pre-season against St Albans. Now he's got one in Super Rygbi Cymru. And with the clock nearing 70 minutes, Cardiff are in control.
Yeah, it's just that repeated infringements from Carmarthen Quins. Their lack of discipline, probably not in terms of penalties, but the lack of discipline in terms of structured exits, trying to get out of their own half, or even not even taking their own kickoffs. So that'll be a big frustration of theirs, I think.
When you're ready, mate, send him on.
The game is slipping away from Carmarthen Quins. Lucas successful with the conversion. 5th try.
Yeah, when he's ready to send him on.
This game has ebbed and
sorry,
flowed.
Matt, there's just under 10 left in the clock.
Pendulum has swung many ways, but Josh Turnbull, do you think that is the final swing of this match in favour of Cardiff?
No, I think there's a little bit more left in this game.
9.5 left, guys.
9.5 minutes left in this clash. Ellis Price. Quins. I think they're back.
He's not on the field.
To 14. Well, he should be. But he is getting out of the dugout now, so it's still 13 for the Quins then. Steph Evans looking to get on the outside. Stays big. Now he wants to get to the deck. Knees are down. Sean Evans. Davis looking for runners. Finds a willing one in Ben Williams. Oh, that's a penalty against Evan Rees.
In front of the mark.
Rhodri Davis. He's not going to score because he's in front of the mark. Ben Breakspear has not moved.
He has, but I've got to get the mark. I'm standing on the mark and he's taking it in front of me. He knows he has to take it from the mark. He's been playing long enough to know he has to take it from the mark. I'm the mark and you've taken it in front of me.
I think that's a bit petty for me.
All the way.
He's within a metre of the referee.
You haven't given me time to get the mark, or you put the ball up and it's gone, mate. Yeah, but you still have to take it from the mark.
He's made eye contact, hasn't he? But he can see where the referee is, and he certainly is in front of the mark, Josh, isn't he? If it had been the other side of the mark or to the side of it, I think he might have got away with it.
He's missed that.
Option, scrum or 22, lads.
And this was a story of last week as well. He missed a number of kicks to the touchline.
Ellis
You've got
Price,
option, scrum or 22.
He's missed a few.
22.
At goal now, he's missed one to the corner. Quins are now back to 14, because I can see Lewis Millen is on as we get a replay.
Onside.
The kick in the corner. And that's the mistakes you can't afford to make if you want to win games. Ben Williams, head up. Good feet as well, just hitting both soft shoulders there. Steph Evans offloads, force it sideways. Yeah, I think it was. So, it's an advantage knock on, but Ethan Phillips picks it up for Cardiff anyway.
No.
Try scorer Rodri Morgan, driven back that time. Lloyd. Tyrion Bowen.
Advantage over.
The advantage is over. Tom Williams into contact again. A lot of upright tackles. Quins won the penalty and they get one. Just back on the field. Lewis Millen.
Making up for his yellow card. Got to make sure now, Ellis.
Ellis Price, he can kick the ball a long way. But when you've got your chances, you've got to take them. As we see the replay. Great jackal. Straight on the ball from Lewis Millen. Good clash Thursday night under lights in Super Rygbi Cymru. Sean Evans up again.
Was dangerous threat considering he's a hooker last year.
Unbelievable. What is he? 5'9"? Like a salmon.
Okay, 17 out now, 17 out now.
Quins.
5 out. Out of there.
Now one stop. Davis. Price back inside to Waters. Everything behind the gain line at the moment.
Use it.
Replacement hooker.
You're pushing the ball into him, lads.
Lewis Jones with a carry. What can we see from the Quins? In this phase play, lovely delayed ball again. That's Jack Howells hitting a hole. Now needs some support. Lucas De La Rua. He's pinched it. Was there a clear release in the tackle as Cardiff looked to go quickly? Lloyd Lucas. Is that going to stay alive? I think it will.
Take him back.
Steph Evans tries to beat one. And he does.
Retreat,
And finds a good clearance as well as it. Oh, looks for the 50-22. But Rhys Cummins is back there for Cardiff. Still in the mix are the Quins in this one. 7 points behind. Just under 5 minutes left on the clock.
4.5.
Third turnover, fourth turnover for De La Rua. Didn't win the penalty, just won the ball that time.
Busy, isn't he?
I'll go in there, right? All right, yeah.
Quinn still down to 14.
More.
Keep it simple in that one. Again,
5.
it's Sean Evans.
5. Thank you.
Lewis Jones at the back of this one.
Advantage.
Tyler Grocott down in the middle of it. It's a penalty advantage. They might have another chance to go to the corner. Lewis Jones with another carry. Been busy since coming on. But he will have a chance to go to the corner again. Ellis Price. What is he going to bite off here? He wants to put it in the corner. And he's done a pretty good job of that considering what happened last time.
Take the end of the... Yeah, good, thanks.
from the last one, you just want to make sure you're in the 22 so you can keep that pressure on Cardiff.
There's the player of the match, Sean Evans, the Quins captain, selected by Gareth Williams over on Welsh commentary. Agree with that one, Josh?
Yeah, I do. I think he's been into everything. Fair play to him. For a hooker who's transitioned back to the back row, probably bringing the biggest line-up threat for Quins as well.
Yeah, he won that one. And here comes the drive from the Quins, looking for a try that would be their 4th bonus point. The arm is out. The try is there. Could have been a penalty try, which would have been an automatic 7-pointer. Might have been the best outcome for the Quins, but it's a 2nd try of the season for the replacement hooker, Lewis Jones.
Yeah, you had advantage.
2-point game.
Stop, just scored in a more favourable position, so the try is scored. I'll double check. Yeah, sorry.
Big moment, this, Josh Turnbull.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he hits this one. And then it's all open then.
Yeah, talk us through this try to start with. A great drive. I thought for a second it might have been a penalty try, but they got over.
Yeah, and considering they're down to 7 in the pack as well, with Tom Phil still off the field, I think you know, they just utilised one of their strengths as a 51,
okay, lads.
51
no
drive.
Now. No charge now. You've gone early.
Flags are up. We're all square at the Arms Park. 33 points apiece. What a cracking second half this has been. Breathless stuff. And we're into the final 2 minutes. Nothing to separate them. One more try for Cardiff than the Quins. But we're all square on the scoreboard as Josh Turnbull leaves me again in the dying moments of the game.
Use it. I'll go inside you.
Will the Quins settle for a draw? That's the question.
Use it! He's dug it out.
Audrey Davis clears, left-footed. Good down the tram lines as well. Cummins, was he taken in the air?
Onside.
Cardiff will want to play. They've shown how dangerous they can be. Everyone has to be squeaky clean now. As Tom Williams tries to get on the outside. Waters missed a tackle on him. Lucas, Brooke. Digging for the ball. Here's Ethan Lloyd. Lucas out the back door. They get the ball wide. Cross under a bit of pressure that time. Quins want to flood that one. No, they don't. He's worked hard this evening as Ethan Phillips in the boiler house for Cardiff RFC. Brooke, Christian Brooke again with a carry. Quins want a penalty and they get one.
Get on his net, making 3 now. Number 17's around the net, making it 3 now.
I'm not sure which way this penalty's gone. I think it's gone in favour of the Quins for a second. I thought it was going to go in Cardiff's favour. There's Ben Williams on the ball. Have a shot at goal here, potentially. Got to have a shot at goal.
Shot at goal, yeah. Shot at goal, and time is over, lads, okay?
Oh, time is over. So, I can hear Owain Gwynedd alongside me say, drama. Indeed, we've had some drama. Are we going to have some more in this clash at the Arms Park? If it goes dead and he misses, the game is over. Game is over if he gets it. But we could still have a little bit more rugby here for this drop short. Price for the win. Not distance. Enough distance in that was going to fall short to Dewi Cross, and he will play. Doesn't want to give another penalty his way because it was a great chase by Waters. But Cardiff do want to play. Williams. Sharp on the outside. Quins are hunting for a penalty. Are they going to win one? First man has got the ball, they say. Is captain Sean Evans again. Super play. Been already chosen as the player of the match, but it's Quins' ball. Cardiff elected to play it. Can the Quins
use it?
Set this one up for a drop goal. Steph Evans don't want to run up a blind alley. Make some good yards. Bevan slow the move.
Onside. On the shoulder.
On the shoulder on Lewis Millen. Could have been high. Now there is a penalty.
Second man in.
Second man, hands in. Not sure who it was in the blue and black of Cardiff. But Ellis Price will get another shot at winning this round 2 clash in Super Rygbi Cymru for Carmarthen Quins. Didn't get hold of the 51-yarder at all, short and right. But this one should be a sitter for the Quins pivot. Will this be the last kick of the match? Strikes it well, strikes it true, and the Quins are victorious at Cardiff Arms Park. They've taken some drubbings in recent history here, but Ellis Price has won it for them in extra time. The clock was red. He had a shot from 51 metres out, unsuccessful, but didn't miss from about 18 metres out on a slight angle. What an entertaining clash this has been at the Arms Park. Lots of tries. 6 for Cardiff, 4 for the Quins. Bonus point victory in the end for the West Walians. It finished 33-36 to the Quins of Carmarthen.
Wel, ni gyd yn meddwl, angen cymryd anadl yn y stiwdio yma, a dyna be ni'n mynd i wneud, jyst i edrych mlaen at y penwythnos. Cadarnhadau, triphwynt oedd ynddi rhwng y ddau dîm heno. Aberafan sy'n croesawu pencampwyr, wel, y pencampwyr presennol Casnewydd. Llanymddyfri a Pen y Bont yn edrych i ymestyn eu rhediad a Pontypool adre yn erbyn Rygbi Gogledd Cymru. Mwy ddod i chi dros y penwythnos. Caernarfon yn erbyn Pen y Bont. Rali Ceredigion yn dilyn y gêm yna nos lun, a wedyn Hwlffordd sy'n croesawu'r Bari am hanner 7 nos Fawrth. Digon i ddiddannu cefnogwyr rygbi dros y pythefnos nesaf, a cyfle i weld rhaglen ddogfen Rhys Patchell wythnos nesaf. Mi fyddwn ni ar gair Bragdy yn gwylio Pen y Bont yn erbyn Aberafan. Gaerdydd sy'n croesawu'r Lions yn y bencampwriaeth y rygbi unedig wythnos i ddisadwn. Cyfle hefyd i weld Scarlett yn erbyn Munster. Ond am gêm, dwi'n meddwl un o'r haneri gorau o rygbi dwi wedi gweld yn y gyngrau yna erioed. Quins yn sgorio, Caerdydd yn sgorio, Quins yn sgorio. Anodd gwybod le i ddechrau, ond dwi'n mynd jyst i ofyn i ti ddechrau, Gareth, jyst pa mor werthfawr oedd y profiad yna i chwaraewyr ifanc pan mae'n dod i dysgu gwersi, delio gyda pwysau.
Na'r peth, y gemau cystadleuol yna, a moments le mae'r gêm yn yfantol. Ellis Price yna cymeriad ar y diwedd i cymryd y cic na a benni ddi off, ond hefyd trwy gydol y hanner, dechreuodd y hanner, Rhys Cwins, sgil ffantastig yn cymryd hwnna uwch ben i ben, troi momentum y gêm yn syth yr ail hanner, a cadwodd hwnna digwydd yn ystod y gêm. Ie,
momentum yn mynd o un ben i'r llall trwy gydol yr ail hanner, ond ewn ni nôl i edrych ar gais Dewi Croes. 20 eiliad gymerodd e, Josh, i groesi. Ar adeg ma, ti siŵr fod yn meddwl, right, okay, mae falle mae'r gêm am ni lithro o ddwylo, Caerfyrddin.
Ie, o'n i'n meddwl, pan nes i gweld e, sgil, fy Gareth wedi dwel, sgil ardderchog, a jyst i Dewi benni y cais na off, a wedyn ti'n meddwl, sut mae gêm yn ei troi nawr, ond oedd Quins Caerfyrddin wedi cadw mewn e. Just bach o disgybleth, nid just disgybleth o'n ardal y tacl a pethau fyna, ond disgybleth i cadw mewn i patrwm a game plan. Ath hwnna bach i ffwrdd o Quins, a ardal Caerdydd nôl mewn i'r gêm bach moyn a beth o'n nhw'n moyn.
Ie, nhw lawr i 30 ar un adeg, ond cais Thomas Williams, Quins really yn dangos ei sgiliau fan hyn, yr oedi yn y bas, a fe daro nhw'n ôl yn syth.
Do, joyous i fan hyn, pethau bach, sgiliau bach, safon pas Steph Evans, mas o bac, a wedyn Ellis, just y dal, amseru ddim berffaith yna i Thomas, fel o'n i'n gweud ar y dechrau, Thomas Williams yn gwybod y ffordd i'r llinell gais yn wario i Coleg Llanymddyfri, a mae wedi cario yna ymlaen, ond war y teg, cais ffantastig fyna gyda'r Quins.
Ie.
just i gweld y dod off y asgell hefyd, mae'n dod o un ochr y cae i'r llall, pigo belan, a dyna beth dwi eisiau o ysgallwyr dda diwrnod yma.
Maen nhw wrth eu boddau, dydyn nhw ddim wedi ennill fan hyn yn aml dros y blynyddoedd diwetha, ond ni'n mynd i gael bach o mateb nawr. Owain Gwynedd sy'n cael cwmni'r ddau gapten.
Ond dwi'n cael cwmni'r ddau gapten, edrych efo Sean Evans fan hyn. Sean, what a win to come here to the Arms Park with the last kick of the game. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think after last week we're a little bit disappointed with our performance. I think our errors probably gave Bridgend an into the game, but tonight I think we stuck to our game plan. I know at times it isn't always the prettiest, but at the end of the day we came away with a win, and it's a big win because Cardiff are always a top outfit.
Yeah, what was the difference tonight then? Because you showed a fair bit of character. You were down to 13 men at one point in the second half. How do you keep on to that belief with those players off the field that you can still go on down the field to win it?
Yeah, I think I've played for Carmarthen for a long time now, but we've always had a bit of dog and a bit of fight in us. And I think we've got a bit of quality with us now, worked hard in pre-season, nailed down our game plan. I think that dog's still there, which is always a bonus.
Yeah, I've got to ask about Price's kick at the end to win it. 2 bites of the cherry. Do you think we're going to get that second bite?
We didn't, I'll be honest. I was expecting Cardiff to put it out, but yeah, we'll take it, and fair play to Ellis, only a young boy, and fair play to him.
Yeah, first win of the season, and also a personal accolade, Player of the Match award. Well done, great performance. And how was it being out there and putting a fair bit of a shift in yourself?
Yeah, it's nice to be back playing rugby. Back in the back row, just really enjoyed it. Trying to get around the field and have a laugh with my mates, really.
Well, Sean, I'll let you go and celebrate with your mates. Sit all there, enjoying. Thank you, Sean. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Jason Harris, diolch am Aris o ddochr i. Dwi'n gwybod tor calon dio i ti. Sut ti'n rhoi hwnna fewn i eiriau y ffordd bod chi wedi colli hwnna ar y diwedd?
Ie, mae hwnna'n galed i gymryd. Ni ddim yn y gêm hanner cynta. Ni bach offe, rhywun peth wythnos diwetha lan yn Gogl Cymru. Just ddim wedi mas o blocs yn gynnar iawn. Ni wedi gael gormod o waith i wneud dros yr ail hanner wedyn. Wnaethon ni digon i fod ar y flan, ond oedd ddim i fod ar y noswaith.
Chos chi'n dîm llon chwaraewr ifanc, mae hwn yn lwyfan i bobl ddysgu. A dwi'n siŵr pan mae rhywun yn colli ac yn cael Sean, mae rhywun yn cael y gwersi mwyaf, y dysgu mwyaf. Achos mae yna gyfla'r diwedd i reoli gêm, a ydych chi ddim di reoli.
Ie, yn gwmws. Chi'n bod y 33 yr un, gyda'r gêm wedi gorffen, a ni'n trial mynd o 20 yn yr unen. Just newn ni dysgu hwnna dros gydol y tymor.
Ond rai sôn am yr ail hanner, ddod chi allan ar dan, sgorio fo'n eiliadau, mewn 20 eiliad ar y cloc. Be gyda dweud hanner amser, achos mi oeddech chi'n sgorio ceisiau yn weddol rhydd ac rhywun yn meddwl, bod chi'n rhedeg i ffwrdd o'i.
Yr un peth digwyddodd lan y Gogl Cymru wythnos diwetha. Dechrau hanner cynta yn araf, a just creu lot o gwaith i ni wneud dalan yn yr ail hanner. Bach o sparcyn hanner amser, a chi'n modd yn gywir fyd, achos ni'n well yna, a chi'n modd dangoson ni fe yn yr ail hanner, ond mae hwn yn mynd i brifo bach.
Ie, ond sut ydych chi'n mynd i fwnsio yn ôl? Sa megis cychwyn mae'r tymor, sut ydych chi'n mynd i wella a bwnsio yn ôl o'r gollen yma?
Ie, dyn ni 10 diwrnod nawr tan ni Glynebwy di sadwrn nesa. Chi'n modd bren i edrych dros y gêm yma. A fel gallwn ni dod mas o'r hanner cyntaf yn well, achos mae'r Super Rygbi Cymru yn galed iawn, sim tîm wael o gwbl. Mae pawb lli curo i'n gilydd ar y diwrnod, a fel nath y Cwins hyn o maen nhw dod yma y curo ni.
Diolch am amser, Jason. Diolch. Diolch yn iawn.
Ie, mae fe'n ben profiadol sy'n mynd i ddod â nifer o chwaraewyr ifanc trwyddo gyda fe. Ti newydd dweutho fi, fydd chreuodd ei yrfa yn yr ail reng. A mae dal i fod yn mynd, dwi jyst mynd i barhau. Dwi'n yn gwybod dros y flynyddoedd diwetha.
Mae dal yn joio chwarae, fi'n meddwl. Mae o gwmpas y boes sy'n yn y stafell newid, mae'n just joio crac, fi'n meddwl.
Cyn bod ni'n edrych ar y ceis eraill, sut fydde ti'n adolygu'r gêm na, Josh, pan mae'n dod edrych ar penderfyniadau tyngedfennol?
Just y disgyblaeth o'r ddau tîm sut maen nhw moyn chwarae. Ambell waith oedd Cwins yn mynd off a wneud rhywbeth ar y tangent, fel y tafla na dros y top. Wedyn mae'n rhoi chawns i Caerdydd cael llinell 5 metr mas, a maen nhw'n rhoi pwysau ar ben dy hun wedyn. A oedd Caerdydd wedi gwneud cwpl o pethau syml o'r chwarae, just ar y ar y hanner, a wedyn mae Caerfyrddin yn cael troi'n y drosto, so ar cael nhw kick-off, dylen nhw wedi mynd i'r cornel, a jyst rhoi bach mwy o pwys yn nôl ar Cwins Caerfyrddin. So oedd yn back and forth, ond just cadw disgyblaeth y bit i moyn neud ar y cae.
Ie, a oedd ceisio gwych trwy gydol y gêm. Tom Cottle, cais arall, fe yn dod ar sgôr nôl i 19-26 ar y pwynt ma.
Joyous i siwt o Gaerdydd wedi real cael gafel yn yr agwedd tennin. O'n i'n siarad ar dechrau'r noswedd. A cais cynta dewi cros pa mor expansif mae Gaerdydd bod, ond yr ail hanner roedd nhw lot o bwysau ar y Cwins yn yr agweddau tin yma. Nich nhw cwpl o penalties o scrum, oedd yn gadael nhw fynd i'r ardal ma ca, wedyn oedd sgarmes yn ffantastig dyn nhw, a oedd hwnna'n creu disciplin yn y Cwins.
Ie, fi weld sy'n ei sgarmes y ddau dim, ond wedyn Gavin Parry y nesa i groesi fan hyn. Josh, beth nes di o'i berfformiad fel pac?
Ie, fel mae Gareth wedi dweud, pan nhw'n cael gafel ar y gêm gyda pac nhw, y sgarmes ymidol, nhw'n cael nhw'n rhoi lot o pwysau ar Cwins, a dyna ble nhw'n cael nhw dau cos Cardiff Felyn, so just y disgyblaeth na. A dyna beth nhw wedi'n mynd ato, ond nhw ddim cael digon o fe yn y diwedd.
Mae Josh yn barod falle wedi sôn am y disgyblaeth yn broblem. Dy farn di ar y dau Cardiff Felyn, o'n i'n meddwl ar y pryd ni, falle. Chymod, bydde'r canlyniad wedi bod fwy o fantes Caerdydd.
Bydde, o reina'n cyfnodau pwysig yn y gêm, ond war y teg i'r Cwins, o'n i'n meddwl falle yr agwedd eilyddio mynd i cael effaith yn nhw hefyd. Yn colli boes fel Tom Phillips, Lee Taylor, boes fel lot o brofiad. Ond ni sôn am cymeriad yn unigol, ond cymeriad fel tîm hefyd to ride that storm, really, a wneud mor dda. Fi'n credu collodd Gaerdydd cyfle, pan nhw 33-26 lan, fi'n credu collodd nhw gyfle i ware mas o hanner unen, a just gofyn y Cwins i ddod mas o 2-20 nhw. A fydd hwnna'n ddysgu nhw fel tîm ifanc, really, a collodd ni cyfle i roi y Cwins dan bwysau. A wneud nhw ddod mas o'r 2-20. Felly, na pan fi'n joio fe fel o agwedd hyfforddi, achos bydd y gwersi na trwy gydol e gyd, a joio ni eisiau mewn dy ffishi a crags i weld beth yw'r adroddiad bach o'r gêm.
Cer mewn, Gareth, i'r sos newydd os ti'n moyn, oedd yma i glawr. Right, ni, digon i drafod. Un o'r ceisiau ola de, Cais Rodri Morgan. Josh, na ddod i ti fan hyn, dy arbenigedd.
Ie, just llinell eto, Smidol yn mynd syth trwyddo Cwins Caerfyrddin. Pob clod i Cwins Caerfyrddin just cadw mewn y gêm, lawr i 13 dyn ar y tro, a just pob clod nhw cadw mewn y gêm. Ond just y pac Caerdydd pan nhw ar y top, nhw'n gallu fynd.
Ie, a ni yn agosau at y cais ola. Wel, ni wedi cyrraedd y cais ola. Cais Lewis Jones, y cais tyngedfennol mor anodd i rhagweld sut oedd y gêm yma yn mynd i fynd, oedd hi byth drosodd.
Na, oedd unwaith to Sean Evans yn mynd lan yn y llinell, ennill i a jyst rhoi sylfaen. Yna, pa mor bwysig yw'r agwedd mae'r gêm. Dim jyst y sgarmes, ond le mae'r gêm yn cael ei ware. Mae'r gêm modern ar nod mowr yw sicrhau bod tîmau ddim yn cael sefydlu yn y 2-20. A chi'n gweld hyn o tîmau wedi cymryd mantes o'r cyfleuon na.
Gallai Caerdydd wedi derbyn gêm gyfartal ar y diwedd, ond nhw wedi dewis i redeg y bil mas. Be nes di o hynny yn y pen draw yn rhoi'r kick-off i ffwrdd?
Ie, dyna beth mae ffishi fel moyn. Maen nhw moyn chwarae, maen nhw moyn ennill gemau o rygbi. Os mae'n neud o chwarae o 20 yn hun, dyna beth mae'n rhaid yn nhw'n neud. A ni wedi gweld Caerdydd yn neud na o blaen, erwedig tymor diwethaf nhw'n neud sawl gwaith. Ond, tro ma, so wedi digwydd a mae Cwins wedi troi'n drosto.
A i fod yn deg, fi'n credu oedd hi mlaen. Na beth bydd y dadansoddiad nawr. Pan mae fe mlaen yw gallu cymryd mantes o na, dal mlaen i'r bel, a cymryd mantes o'r pictiwr sy'n cael ei roi.
Mae jyst yn dangos, chi ddim yn gallu cymryd unrhyw canlyniad yn ganiataol yn y gyngor yma, achos Caerdydd nhw fydde wedi bod yn ffefrynnau clir, bydde ti wedi gweud, Josh?
Ie, enwedig ar ôl wythnos diwetha, bydd Dan Fish a Crags wedi rhoi bach o rocket i'r boes, Just Cwins Caerfyrddin colli Bridgend yn gêm agos, mae gallu mynd unrhyw ffordd wedyn, ond fel ti'n gweld yn y gyngor mae pawb gallu ennill yn erbyn pawb, so o'n i'n meddwl oedd nhw bod mynd i ennill drwy'r diwethaf, dyth oedd Llanedd fi nôl mewn iddo.
Mae'n argoel i fod yn dymor cyffroes dros ben. Dyma cadarnhad o'r tabl fel mae pethau'n sefyll ar y funud. Cydi dal ar frig y tabl, nhw oedd ar ben y pentwr yn dod mewn i'r gêm a Glynebwy Cwins Caerfyrddin. Llanymddyfri ar hyn o bryd yn y 4 ucha. Right, Josh, Gareth, diolch yn fawr. Ti'n mynd i ddod nôl, Gareth?
Wel, joyous i, os gai croeso nôl.
O'n i di synnu, mae dyma oedd tro cyntaf i fod yn onest, so fi'n siŵr gei di cyfle. A Josh, fyddi di yn amlwg yn treulio amser yn cyfarthrebu dy negeseuon i'r boes yma, fyddi di? Bore fori neu bore di llun?
Cwbl o academy boes i mewn yna, ond bydd yn diddorol beth yn mynd i dweud.
Reit, wel am noson ar Barc yr Arfau. Os mae pwysau cystadleuaeth drama chi moyn ar nos Iau, wel, dyn ni'n gobeithio bod Cyngrair Super Rygbi Cymru wedi ateb y gofynion yna heno. Welwn ni chi wythnos nesaf. Nos da.